Well, welcome back here to the All-American 100 here at Nashville Fairgrounds. I was sitting there having a conversation with you guys, and you guys couldn't hear a daggone word I was saying. So, going to be a good night. We've got a lot of good competitors, and two really good friends of mine are on the front row here tonight for this one. Wesley Outland will be joining us here momentarily, and then we will be going racing here for 100 laps at Nashville.
Cody, this is bullshit, dude. CRA would let us have 3 sets, not 1.
So, going to be good. We're going to give the starting lineup here for the All-American 100. So, that being said, on the front row, out of Miamisburg, Ohio, it's going to be Braxton DeWeese. To his outside, it's going to be the 26 out of Kentucky of Landon Farmer. They are 2 real drivers. These are a mixture of real drivers and AI drivers. Just keep in mind.
Can we advance it already, Cody?
Row 2 is going to be Colin Grissom and Caleb Burge, 2 Indiana native drivers out of Anderson. Row 3 is going to be Bailey Treat, and then the first AI driver of Laney Bice. Chase Burrow and Minnie Tyrell roll off row 4. Row 5 is going to be Parker Eatman and Carson Lofton. Row 6 is going to be Caden Honeycutt and Landon Lewis. Row 7 is going to be Riley Music and Landon Huffman. Row 8 is going to be Ronnie Bassett Jr., Cade Brown. Row 9 is going to be Connor Jones and Aaron Donnelly. Row 10 is going to be Ryan Millington and Austin Williams in the 85. Row 11 is going to be Holtzen Bolger and Tristan McKee. Mason Diaz and Bobby McCarty will be row 12. Row 13, it will be Connor Hall and Buddy Isles Jr.
Cody, can you hear any of us, bud?
With row 14 being Mason Bailey and Brandon Pierce. Row 15 going to be Jared Fryer and Andrew Grady. Row 16 is going to be Mr. John Robbins in the 33. David Palmer and Brandon Akery will round out row 17, and that is your 30-some car starting field. We're going to get the field here rolling off, and we're going to go racing for 100 laps here tonight. Wesley Outland will be here in just a few minutes with play-by-play. Color analyst is myself, and then the Ghost of Casper will be in the production booth because nobody has a clue who's doing the production. There you see the field rolling off. Gonna be a good one. 32 cars will take the green flag here for the All-American 100 here at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway in Nashville, Tennessee. Who's gonna take home the first guitar of the night? Will it be Braxton DeWeese? He ran the big race last night. Or will it be Landon Farmer, the 26, looking for his first win here in the All-American 100? Or will it be the likes of Colin Grissom, Caleb Burge, or will we see somebody from the back of Bailey Treat and others coming from the back?
I should be good now, hopefully. I was going to say, you're blinking really bad, but
If you're just tuning in here, welcome to the All-American 100 here, the virtual side, here with the Rolling Thunder Iracing Series. These guys are going to be putting on one tremendous show here.
I don't think it'll be this Saturday.
And it is going to be a good one.
If it is, then I'm pulling it off. You 2 cars on the front row.
Next time by, the field will be getting the 1 to green. Wesley Outland has joined the booth. How are we doing tonight, Mr. Wesley Outland?
Well, what's up, brother? I got me a big screen TV and it ain't even Christmas yet. I feel like a big jolly fat kid like Santa. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I literally just found myself downloading Racing America and putting on the big screen television, the All-American 400, because I've worked this real event over the years. Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, 5/8 of a mile. We've got the Pro Late Model portion of the All-American 400 about to go green here in just a moment, as they're going to go 100 laps and then get ready to strap in for the 300 lapper. And Cody, can we call this, I mean, am I right? Can we call this the AI All-American 400? Because we got real drivers that are running this thing too.
Yeah, we've actually got 1, 2, 3, 8 real drivers included in the 30. There's 24 AI, and then the rest are all real drivers. So there's 8 real drivers with 24 AIs. And we're coming to the one to green here this time. We're coming to green, actually.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us, whether you're watching on all of the platforms, Elevated TV, LSR TV, CRN on the radio. Here comes the field, ready for the green flag. The All-American 400 Pro Late Model portion of the race is green here at Nashville. We wanted to go green at 6 o'clock. We're green 5 minutes before it, and you have a race. Oh, you gotta love that sweet perpetual virtual thunder working now. Off turn number 3 and 4. And we got trouble. Got a wreck up in turn 3 and 4. Caution out. We got a lap 1 in, and then we got trouble. Caution the wave.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be the driver out of Frankton, Indiana, Mr. John Robbins. Let's see if we can't go back and see what happened there with him.
Are we hearing driver chat? Am I hearing driver communication, Cody, inside the... It sounds like I'm hearing driver chat.
Yeah, it is. You may be hearing... You can hear it, but they cannot hear it on the stream. But that is
all
so
right,
I can clear these guys as black flags if they get black flags.
Copy that. I need SDK if you don't mind, if you can send that to me.
It's in your Discord messages.
Another look at replay what happened to Robbins here. There it is. It's the same one as last night.
Yep.
Trouble, Brandon Acree, by the way, going around the purple and yellow car. Caution out of the early going here of the All-American 400. Trouble in the early going.
And even though it's real people, we're doing it AI style, we're still having me as race control, so you'll kind of see that behind the scenes work too, like you do with the AI races.
And one of the cool things about AI and the updating things is you can make this go by a lot quicker. By the way, I want to let everybody know, I believe this is a late model stock car. We were supposed to do a 100-lap pro late model race, but we determined that the late model stock feature is better than the pro late model.
Well,
we're still going to call it the pro late models because that's what it is for the All-American 400. We're going to bring this back to green as the field works their way. I think we're just going to call this the virtual All-American 400 because there are real and AI drivers running together, and we are back their way. Back to it again here in Nashville. Down the back straightaway. Braxton Weiss is in front. There's that red, white, and blue number 8 machine. And how about some other drivers from the AI world battling with the front runners like Landon Farmer? Caleb Burge in trouble in the 3, and he's going to bring out caution. The GM Goodwrench white number 3 of Caleb Burge puts us under the yellow flag.
It's going to be different, Wesley, with actually having real people. They're not used to yellow flags.
He is a real driver. It is not an AI version. Here's a replay of what happened to the GM Goodwrench Plus white number 3 coming off 4 down the front straightaway. Oh, man, tagged into another car.
That's 2 real drivers. They're actually brothers. The 00 of Colin Grissom and Caleb Burge.
Caution out. Another look at it again. Watch the replay. This is Colin Grissom from his camera angle here. So 2 cautions rather quickly as there's a slam into the wall for Grissom and the 33. The 30 turns back up into the pack. He is Brandon Acree. He got caught up in the first caution. Oh, boy. We're just getting tore up from the floor up here, getting started, aren't we?
Yes, sir.
Yellow flag out over to the racetrack. We're just getting going here for the All-American 400 on this Sunday afternoon. We're at the top of the hour. If you're listening on the radio, we need to pause for station identification.
Local radio brings people together like never before.
It's a beautiful hometown weekend out there. We've got
Your local stations keep you informed and involved with music, talk shows, and real-time news updates you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters, connecting you to what matters most. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress to support your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Welcome back to the virtual All-American 400 presented by Braxton DeWeese Racing. I'm Wesley Outland. Cody Deemers alongside. The caution coming out multiple times in the opening 9 laps of this race. Field is working lap number 10. They will get the green flag next time around. And Cody, we're not used to these green caution scenarios. Normally it's green flag, and these AI guys, you know, they rock it. They go to it.
They definitely go to it.
Try to get after it. So try this again. Field will work their way back. Race cars in.
Negative.
And they are calling the restart off. So you hear, if you're listening on the radio, you hear our driver communication. And you're hearing some of the driver communication and race control. Kind of a new feature here, Cody, that we've never really kind of highlighted before. Hopefully, we're not responsible for what they say. Hopefully they keep it together, But I think it's really cool to have that kind of background feature, if you will.
Yeah, for sure. And we actually just made Braxton DeWeese an admin in there so he can kind of get everything situated that way.
Well, there you go.
We ain't got to stress about it a lot. We got somebody in the actual sim that can do a lot. So here we go,
Green,
though.
green,
Looks like
green.
we are going back green this time.
Backing away with Braxton DeWeese bringing him back to the green in the All-American 400 preliminary race. There's 100 laps, 300 laps for the Super League. We got trouble. Turn number 1 and 2, and they're wrecking on the back stretch, 80-3. A multi-car crash. It started on the bottom of the racetrack, and it ended up escalating with another big wreck in turn 3 of the racetrack also. Unbelievable. Some of the drivers involved, Mason Bailey, Sean Robinson, 33 and more. Watch this again. There's the tag. There's the contact. And now they're not done crashing. They're wrecking in turn 1 and 2. And then they're still wrecking on the back straightaway. Look at that right there. There's where Robinson Company got collected in it. Another look at it again. Watch it one more time. This is from the accident on the back straightaway that escalated from the 85 hooking the 30. That's Brandon Ankry there, getting hooked by Austin Williams. And by the way, Cody, these are real drivers.
Oh, yeah.
The AI guys are being good. The real guys are
driving like they're
crashing, man. Be nice, guys. Come on. What are you doing?
Right.
Let's be friends. Maybe nerves. What do you think?
I just think they're not used to racing with the AIs. A lot of these guys don't race with the AIs. I think that's the big thing. Is a lot of these guys just got to get used to racing with the AIs. I think that's the big thing.
This is the All-American 400, the virtual All-American 400, presented by Braxton DeWeese Racing. Thanks for all of you guys for joining us. Watching, what platforms are broadcasting this race tonight, Cody? Are we doing it on?
Yeah, we're just doing it on we're just doing it on Elevated tonight. I never got the stream key and stuff from Tracy, so we just are doing it on Elevated.
Bah humbug on that. And we're also on the community radio network. So Cody was freaking out last night. He said, Wesley, are you doing a football game live on YouTube? And I was like, no. That was Friday night. Coming back to green here in the All-American 400, the 100-lap Pro Middle Stock Race. Preliminary. And right now, there's been more caution laps than green flag racing.
I don't think we've
As
made one
Buddy
green flag
Isles
lap.
Jr., Mini Tyrell, and we got caution wrecking again. Trubber, Bolger in trouble in 17. He's going to get back rolling. We'll stay green. So, Bolger with a problem. That's Hudson Bolger. We'll stay under green flag, no caution. Bolger damage onto the pit lane. Leaders work off 4. It's Threat leading. Haley 3. And now we got another caution. Yellow flag. 71 up into the fence. I believe that's Parker Eatman, Thanksgiving Classic winner of the past at Southern National. The number 71 into the wall. Wilson, North Carolina. Watch this again. Big stack up of traffic. Looks like the red card got ill. Wow, what in the world was the 85 thinking? Austin Williams turning Eatman and then almost calls it. Well, he does cause a parking lot coming off of turn 4. Watch this again. It's Austin Williams' car that got caught up in an accident heading back around, badly damaged. Oh, my goodness. It seems like it's a circle of demolition derby for a lot of these guys, it seems, Cody.
Yeah, it definitely does. And a lot of these guys are not being patient, that's for sure.
Let's give you your top 10 right now as Bailey Threet is leading. Colin Grissom, John Robbins, top 3. Chase Burrow, Landon Lewis, Mason Diaz, Laney Bice, Riley Music, Ronnie Bassett Jr., Caden Honeycutt, your top 10. As the lights go off on the pace car, and we will try this again. Remember, 100 laps for the Pro Late Model. Late model stocks, apologize for that language. And they're going to wave off the restart here. Some of the obviously driver chat, if you're listening on the radio, you can tell that they're definitely frustrated.
All the AI cars and just let us race.
Delete all the AI cars and let us race. And then we'd only have, what, 4 cars maybe, Cody? Like that was, you know.
If something messes up like that again, we just disqualify them all.
Braxton, don't we say
I 100% agree.
But my thing is this, it's not the AI drivers, it's the real drivers that keep wrecking.
Yeah, it's definitely not the AI drivers, that's for sure.
Right. Why are they picking on the AI guys? It's y'all's fault. Get your you-know-what together.
We may have to
Threet and Grissom on the front row.
We may have to shorten the field to 20 cars, though, if we keep wrecking.
Back underway, green flag. I mean, if they do it in real life, why can't they do it on iRacing, right? I mean, come on. We're a quarter through. Coming up on 25 of 175 to go, and Bailey Threet with another great launch. Here come the field working on 4. When did we start? 30 cars for the race?
31.
And we got trouble again. Caution's out. That's Connor Jones.
These damn things.
Connor Jones, Parker Eatman, and others. There goes Braxton DeWeese. He got collected in it. So did the other number 3 from wrecking earlier of Caleb Burge.
Kick them all out.
And we are under the caution flag.
We are going to cut the field to 20 cars.
We just need to cut all the AI cars out. They're nothing but a problem. Slowing down on the exit there. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Everybody, we were.
And go green.
You want to race with field cars? Yes.
No different than real life with the roadsters we got going on right now, so there ain't no problem.
They're trying to sort this out, everybody. So we're going to take a break. I think we're going to eliminate some. We're going to eliminate some cars. We're going to eliminate some drivers, and I think we're going to try to trim the fat. So everybody, stay with us. We're going to go to a commercial break, and we're back with more from Nashville right after this. The All-American 400. Here at the All-American 400, I think we have trimmed the fat down to about less than 20 cars. One to go this time by. Phil to come back to green. Cody, what did we do, buddy? We kind of got rid of some of the troublemakers, I guess.
Yeah, I think it was just there was 33 cars, and I think it was just it's kind of like with the Indy 500. I think the AI were just glitching everywhere, and it was just causing a lot of problems. So we got rid of a lot of cars, and I think there's now
you're the reason the Indy 500 was what it was, because you didn't do the tires right. I'm going to call your ass out. I'm sorry, but I'm going to call it like it is. You know, it's your fault. We better do the AI Indy 500 this year and have it where they got 10 sets of tires. Let's go back to green, ladies and gentlemen. The Pro Late models at the All-American 400. Here we go. Man, if they're complaining about a 100-lap Pro Late Model race, what in the world is a 300-lapper going to be like for the Supers later tonight? My goodness.
Yeah, well, I don't think a lot of these guys are racing the 300-lapper just because they think 300 laps is way too long. So maybe we'll get some green flag laps.
Hell no, we want go. Hell no, we want go. Hell no, we want go. Spring Braxton, the week said, is our driver analyst, not a driver, and we'll let him call the race with us. So watch this. They work off 3 and 4. Here they come at Nashville. Oh, you gotta love it. I say they run 100 laps on the small track and then 300 laps on the big track, and then another 300 on the small track. See how tired you'd be after that.
Right.
Wear my body out. AI 700.
I think the big thing too is I had it set to where the AI were like 50% to 80%, and I think the 50% were just not not enough for some of these guys, and they were just causing a lot of fun. It all lied down to.
The 31 way off the pace. He's up into the fence. That's Aaron Donnelly. Get back rolling again. Billy Freed up in front. Got himself a podium finish last night in the Rolling Thunder iRacing Series. Don't forget, they're going to be at Sobo on next Saturday with late model stock cars. Just like these cars, actually. That's what they'll be driving. Contact. Laney Bice up and over, flipping upside down into the catch fence. Comes to a rest on its roof. Laney Bice, the Georgia Peach. And the Lee Pulliam Performance number 03. Contact with Austin Williams. This has got to be the 4th or 5th time Austin Williams has been involved in a caution. Watch this. Look at the replay.
Are we allowed to go back to the mile now?
Unbelievable. From another angle, watch this again. Man, oh man. Take a look at this one more time. Again, trouble off of turn 4. Laney Bice again into the catch fence, airborne. Austin Williams badly damaged. Here's a look at it from another camera angle. Watch it from one more time. The 03 and the 85 here. Cody, what do you think happened?
I think the 03 just hit the brakes a little bit harder than the 85 thought, and the 85 just got in there a little too hot and nowhere to check up.
Riley Music, by the way, got up in the air in the 47 also while all that was going on here. There's 3 leading the way.
We're grabbing a 1 to green this time.
Heading towards the halfway point of this race finally. 40 completed of 100. There's a look at your Stagger Pro Motorsports track conditions. We'll get ready to turn them back loose here in another lap or so. About 8 laps to the halfway mark when they come back to green. Caution coming out for multiple cautions here. We'll look at the race recap real quick if we can. Look at the bottom left and you'll see the race recap so far. There it is, presented by Blue Line Soft Wash. 6 cautions in 27 laps of 41 have been under caution. Back underway, green flag, heading to halfway here in the preliminary race at the All-American 400, the virtual All-American 400 of 2025 at Nashville. And they work on the back straightaway now. By the way, congratulations to Dawson. Sutton is landing. Lewis is sideways and up and over. Bicycles up into the fence. I thought he was going to flip it. Trouble in turn 4. Burge just got broadsided, T-boned, and slammed into by the 33 again of John Robbins. And we go under another caution. Watch this again. Oh, my goodness.
Looks like Caleb Burge might have just got into the 29 there, entering the corner.
Landon River Lewis, look at the shot. Oh, he bicycles in the air. Braxton Deweese, nowhere to go. Cars are getting service done. Guys, I don't know what you're standing around for. Work on the car. Heading to halfway.
It's been an interesting race. I thought we were going to get some green
Really
flag
has.
running
My
in,
goodness.
but holy moly. I know there's only like 3 of them running the super race, so maybe it'll go better.
Many cautions in this first half of the virtual All-American 400. By the way, if you're just joining us, pro late models on the track now, or late model stocks, they're going to go for 100 laps. And then we got a 300 lapper for the super late models. Got some other big events coming up. Got some other big events coming up soon, obviously. There they are. Don't forget, as I mentioned, past tense was the 15th. Next Saturday night will be Sobo.
And actually, Wesley, I'm gonna let you debut it. But we got a special announcement while we're under caution. Here we go. Next big race.
The next big race. There it is. Wait a minute. What about the South Carolina 400?
Yeah, well, we got Thanksgiving next weekend.
The third annual Thanksgiving Classic. The South Carolina 400 is next weekend, and then the Thanksgiving Classic is in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So, I think you're putting the cart before the horse. So I would have thought it was going to be the South Carolina 400 at Myrtle Beach, and then the Thanksgiving Classic in Kinley. But nonetheless, those are some of your big races coming up. Me and Cody got to put out a schedule, and make sure we keep the dates right. But let everybody know, though, Cody, we plan to do the South Carolina 400, which will basically be 250 lap late model stock race at Myrtle Beach Speedway, where it started.
Correct. And then we have the third annual Thanksgiving Classic. That'll be kind of like a 3-day show. I know Wesley will probably join me on Sunday, and then I'll have the other days by myself. But depending on what weekend we do it, that'll be a 3-day event. We'll have legends, street stocks, modifieds, you name it.
We had a money race last night at Kinley for the turkey race for the legends. That was fun. Check it out on the replay on Elevated TV. As the leaders work off turn 4, it's Bailey Threet leading the way. Grissom, Burrow, Farmer, Millington. That's how the top 5 are right now. Working off the corner out of turn 3 and 4. Halfway, by the way. We're halfway in the first race of the night, the 100 lapper. We're going to go 300 laps coming up next. And I spoke too damn soon. Yellow flag is out. Son of a biscuit.
I think he just spun out all by himself. Oh, he just spun out all by himself for a second.
Just lost it. I wouldn't even throw a caution for that, in my opinion. But it is what it is. So Bailey Threet continues to lead. Am I saying his name right? Ain't it Threet? Bailey Threet? I think it is. Bailey Threet.
It's Bailey Tree.
The H is silent?
Yes. Yep, it's Bailey Tree. He's back on pit road again. Oh, I'm sure he's getting some of that damage. Sure, he's getting some of that damage fixed, as these guys only have one faster pair and one set of tires.
So we are still under the yellow flag here.
Coming back to green.
Just after halfway, mind you. We did get to the halfway mark of this race. We had all the crazy fireworks from there.
It's been a lot of rough around the edges, but I think towards the end it'll fill itself out.
Yeah, she hasn't been too kind to us as we come back to green here. Back to racing here at the All-American 400. Closing in on 40 laps to go as the leader is Treat working his way around the corner. Burrow. Everybody, for the most part, calming down now as they work the back straightaway. There's that Lofton machine down in the 22. Rally music on the bottom. Pulls right up in front of Bobby McCarty. As Bailey Treat continue to run away with this one here now. Look at them running, zigging, zagging around the corner here. We're down to about 16 cars left on the racetrack. So half the field has been eliminated.
And Grissom and Reese making lap driving.
Whoa, give him room.
Reese almost getting squeezed in the fence there on the outside and turning down the back straight a little bit. No harm, no foul. It's like Hunter Hall going to give him the room there in that Bass Pro Shops number 88. Got his hands full though with Bassett Jr. as they work off the two down the back stretch Weston.
Connor Hall from the Commonwealth of Hampton, Virginia. Driving that Junior Motorsports entry down to the inside. Here goes Bassett in the mix as Braxton DeWeese tries to split through them 3 wide.
And I'll say that 0 is tore up from the 4 up on the front end.
I'll tell you what, Grissom went through a lot of shenanigans, if you will, at the first half of the race. Fought his way back into a good spot, doing good with it.
The leader, Landon Farmer, in second. He is actually running down Bailey Treat little by little. Then you got Grissom and DeWeese as they battle for that fifth position. And the AIs are still right there, though, Wesley Allen. Billington's right there in the middle, all of them.
Yeah, they're doing really good, man. They're running right there with each other, racing, being competitive, racing hard, having fun.
Yeah, see, I really think it was just, there were so many AI, and it was just too much. I think it was just way too much. I get it's a big track. I think they started 30 or 31 cars in the real All-American 100, but I think it was just way too much. I think the server couldn't handle it, and it was glitching everybody, and I think it was too short in the field. Now we're getting some laps in.
And we're heading towards under 35 to go. As, by the way, our coverage of the 2025 Virtual All-American 400, of course, presented by Braxton DeWeese Racing. Thank you also to Redline Studios, Stagger Pro Motorsport, and the Community Radio Network. coverage on Elevated TV and CRN as well as Bailey Treat continue to run away with it as now. You see the 22 aloft then trying to run down Connor Hall in the top 10. That's going on side by side in 3 and 4.
Bailey Treat is driving away. Landon Farmer, him and Landon Farmer are in their own little zip code. Like, they're right there with each other. You go on board here on the seat cam of Landon Farmer. He works off turn number 2. You can just see, he's just right there trying to reel in that 61 machine of Bailey Treat that's out there.
Laps to go as we work into the final stretch of the late model stock 100 lap proportion of the All-American 400. Don't forget, we talked about South Carolina AI 400 coming up at Myrtle Beach. We talked about the Thanksgiving Classic coming up. We got another yellow flag out, 30 laps to go. Trouble to 00. What do you know? Colin Grissom around again. Car is badly damaged. He got up under the back end, I believe, of Mr. Flying Ryan Millington, and he did. He says, I'm going to go Ricky Bobby style and go in reverse.
That's hilarious.
It's never fun, but here's something to keep up your spirits. It's on sale. I got it at Walmart. Or was it Kmart? I can't remember. He gave the guy the middle. Yeah.
We're going to advance this to 1 in the green, or it looks like
I'm in the pit.
Oh, somebody's coming to the pit line is what we're hearing. And if you're listening on the radio, on CRN, you can hear some of the driver communication, which is a new feature. I've had a little cuss words, not bad.
Clear black or no?
I love it because it shows the reality or the similarity of like the real deal. How they do the driver communication, how they communicate what they're talking about.
Right.
I think that's really cool, that you can see that there's spotter, crew, team communication. And we did have the longest green flag run of the race thus far until the caution come out tonight.
Yep. We definitely did that. We definitely did that for sure. It was fun while it lasted. There you see Aaron Donnelly, that 31 car. He got put in the wall earlier on in the race. He's getting his lap
Cody,
back.
can you clear that black and you hit 1 to green? I was going into the pits and you told me I entered the
So Sandra Smithers, to answer your question, there will be the 100 lapper race that's going on right now with the pro late models. Or late model stocks, excuse me. And then it will be the 300 lapper super late model race. So as soon as this race is done, then we'll quickly reset. It won't take a long time at all.
10 minutes.
You're good. It's better now with
10 minutes. And then we go right into the super late models. So.
Green.
Back underway. Green flag. 25 laps to go here at the All-American 400 preliminary race opener.
Definitely. I was just telling the guy who was sorry for about the start with all the AI, and they all just told me they're glad I got rid of a lot of the AI. It's so much better now. You see music there working on the 22 machine.
Riley Music, yep. Never count out Riley Music. He's always exciting and fun to watch. And then 47 now. Cracking the top 10, trying to get after Carson Lofton. And the 22, ironically, with 22 to go. Closing in on the final home stretch of this one.
Armor has
3 wide. Oh, boy. I was about to say, Mr. Cameraman, don't take the action off of this one, please.
Wesley Outland, 20 to go. Let's go Static Cam, sponsored by Whiplash.
Static Cams presented by Whiplash, 20 to go here in Nashville. Check it out. Yeah, watch him brag. Closing in under 20 remaining here at the All-American 400. Thanks for joining us, and thank you, Mr. Deweese, as always. Coverage of the virtual All-American 400 is presented by Braxton Deweese Racing.
There you see Deweese and Farmer. Deweese gets around
Farmer. For second, that's the battle for second spot.
All right, we seen this a while ago, Wesley Outland. You tried to get around him. You wrecked yourself. Let's see. Oh, he moves him that time.
Be friends, guys. Let's be friends. Oh, baby. What will happen now as they come to the line with 15 to go?
And I think Braxton Deweese is on a little bit more fresher tires than Landon Farmer. And I don't think Bailey Treat's pitted at all, so I think Braxton Deweese took tires that one set that was in the pits, and I think he's going to run down Mr. Bailey Treat, and he may win this thing.
Put himself in a pretty good spot. We'll see what happens. Time running out. 14 now, make it 13 to go at the line, and up in front, still leading it.
The question is, has Bailey Treat saved in tires, or is Braxton Deweese going to use that fresh set of tires that was in the pits for everybody to get back to the leader?
Make it 12 to go. Anybody got anything for these guys? You better show it now.
Oh, buddy. Here comes Deweese, 10 laps to go. He's there. He's on the back bumper of him. He's got plenty of time to get around him.
Watch the way he waits patiently, right? That showed how good his tires were. To the line, lap 90 on the board. 10 laps to go. When they come back around, here he goes down to the inside. Deweese, Interstate entry number 8. Here comes the Interstate Ford machine from the Buckeye State of Ohio. Here comes Deweese. Plenty of room given to Treat. Treat now powers back on the outside. Gotta wonder if he's used up all those tires. Cody Deemers, he's sideways, 9 to go, and Deweese has got the preferred line going to 3.
Yeah, Deweese going to try to cross him up here off the bottom, trying to get back to the inside. Not going to have enough momentum. Here comes Treat back to the inside. Thought about it, tucks back in. No, coming back to 7 laps to go. Does Treat have anything to get back to the 8 Interstate Ford or Deweese? Here comes Treat. I think Treat's tires are gone. I think they are not there. 7 laps to go here at Nashville for the All-American 100.
The preliminary about in the books. Don't forget, coming up next will be the 300 lapper for the super late models. It took about 45 minutes, and we got trouble. The leaders have crashed.
Well, my race is over. See you guys.
Many cars involved. A late race caution. 7 laps to go. A big one, and the caution will fly.
Connor Hall stopped him in the middle of the track.
Understanding something happened to Connor Hall's car, broke, stopped in the middle of the racetrack, and it started a big one. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at that. The leader, Bailey Treat, battling with DeWeese for the win. Nowhere to go. Watch it one more time.
Wow.
Let's go on board with the leaders' cars. Let's go on board with second place, actually. The 61. This will tell the tale. Look at this. You've got to be picked if you're Bailey Treat. Look at this. Man.
Oh man, look at Grissom. Let's just oh man. Let's just rewind here and watch Grissom. I want to go on board here with Grissom.
0-0. Watch this. Here we go. Okay, wasn't that bad.
Just missed it though.
What was the other car? Was it the Black 6? I think it is.
The Black 5.
Yeah, the Black 5, I think it was. Go on board with him. Caden Honeycutt. That'll be a interesting replay. Watch this right here. He gets slammed into. Hang on, watch this.
Oh my gosh.
Can we do the rear camera with the 5? The rear camera with the 5 will be very interesting. I mean, the front camera really from the driver windshield was fun, but the rear view camera should be interesting too. Take a look again. Oh! Son of a biscuit! It was light, it was dark, it was light, it was dark. All of a sudden you're flying through the air. And that's exactly what happened. Right there.
White checkered shootout here in Nashville.
Would you ever think anything different?
No, not at all. Wow. We started with 30 cars, Wesley, and I think we're down to 11.
Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway ready to settle the 2025 preliminary at the All-American 400. The Pro Late Models underway. Green, white checker. Braxton DeWeese holding on. Hold off Colin Grissom. That car looks like it's been in a demolition derby.
They're both on fresh tires. That's the big thing. Both of them.
White flag this time by. Here they come off 4. 1 to go. This is it. What's left?
Grissom's going to try to use a run.
Got a big dive into 2. Down the back stretch. Down into 3. He will not be able to do it. Ohio's Braxton DeWeese has got to win the preliminary of the All-American 400.
Good stuff, Braxton. Good stuff.
Thank you. Good race. It was green there. Honestly, we were green and stuff and everything was situated. It was good.
You're hearing the driver communication.
Yeah, it kind of worked out for me. I got back to 4th, and you guys are
If you're listening on the radio, that's one of the benefits of going to wearecearing.com. If you're listening on YouTube, you can't hear it. But if you're listening on the radio, you can hear some of that driver communication. And the celebration on for Braxton DeWeese and Colin Grissom battling to the end. Ryan Millington, they'll finish 1, 2, and 3. Cody, the cool thing is with real drivers and real winners, we got real interviews.
What's our key, man?
Oh. So that will be coming up around the horn. Real quickly, though, let's take a look at the results of what was the preliminary for the All-American 400 for the 100-lap Pro Late Model event. Braxton DeWeese picks up the win over Colin Grissom. Second place. Real drivers. We'll talk to him in a moment. Ryan Millington, third. Ronnie Bassett Jr., fourth. Chase Burrow, the top 5. Lofton Music, Diaz, McCarthy, Bobby McCarty, Landon Lewis, top 10, and Aaron Donnelly, Bailey Treat, tough break for him, crashed out there with whatever happened to Connor Hall, Laney Bice, Connor Hall, Caden Honeycutt, Caleb Burge, all these other guys behind Caden Honeycutt got parked immediately. Burge, Williams, Robbins, and there you see the rest of the rundown. Let's go to victory lane, and let's grab the drivers of DeWeese and Grissom, because with real drivers, we can have real interviews. Braxton DeWeese, congratulations, man. You win this race, but it wasn't pretty. You were pretty frustrated at one time or another with some of these AI guys, and you got it done, though, man. Congrats on the victory, sir.
Yep, I appreciate it. Yeah, I was a little frustrated there. It's sometimes it's hard to just come to a complete stop when some of these AI cars decide to just stop coming out of the corner. So when Cody got some of them AI cars out of there, and there was less of them, that definitely improved it. There's still a lot of improvement that can be done with these AI cars. You see them run a line, and then they automatically just jolt over a little bit. They're doing something else. If they could find a way to make them a little bit more smooth to where it actually looks like a real driver, then I think that there could be some good stuff with this. But all in all, we were able to fight through that and come up to win.
Yeah, Braxton, man. I know not the way we wanted it to go. I wish we could have had a lot more green flag racing, and I think if we wouldn't have had as many AI, I think we would have been all right. I don't think we were expecting as many people to show up as what did. With only having 5, 6, or 7 people signed up, I don't think we were expecting 12 people to show up. So I think having 30 people in the race was just a little bit too much for the AI, and I think it had the whole server wigged out. And then once we got rid of all the AI, and we only had a few drivers left, it was all right. But I think if we'd have not even put AI in there, we'd have had enough drivers to put on a good show. So question is, walk me through coming from the back to the front numerous times.
You just had to make sure you were a little bit more cautious, because the farther back you are, the slower the AI cars are going to be. Just usually the slower the cars are going to be in general. Usually the high side was probably around the place to be to pass some cars. If they would get stacked up more than 2 or 3 cars, they coming off the exit, they'd start stacking up a little bit, slow it down. So the outside was definitely the place to be to pass around the AI cars. And I felt like once you got to the real life drivers, the inside was the place to go. They were running the high side. I felt like I was one of the only ones running this really low. I'm not too sure what Colin was doing. I know that 3 and 4 I was running really low. 1 and 2 I was as well. I've done a couple of late model stock races here within the past couple of months, and that seemed like the best way around the place. But just gotta be a little bit more patient, because you don't really know what some of these drivers are going to do. But got some of them out of there, and it definitely helped with being able to see what they were going to do. And that really close was that 88 of Connor Hall, the AI Connor Hall. I saw him come down the track a little bit in my my left screen, and then I seen as we were going through the corner, he was stopping more, and I was like, is he really going to stop in the center of the corner? And then he did, and there was another car that was stopping, and I went to the right when I could, and the people behind me, they didn't really survive that, which was unfortunate. Kind of funny that it was virtual. If it wasn't, then it would be funny. But since it's virtual, it was a little funny. Not funny for them, but just seeing that from the rear view, it was definitely interesting. But all in all, solid race when we were green there.
When it's all said and done, man, obviously it is a win. Before but we'll let you go, Braxton. Please thank your sponsors. Are you going to suit up for the super late model race, or are you gonna sit this one out with the AI guys? What are you going to do?
I actually have a mini stock race at Las
okay.
Vegas. So
Gotcha.
I wouldn't have enough time. If I did, then I'd probably do it, but I'd be rambling, scrambling, like a chicken with my head cut off. So we're gonna chill just a little bit, and then we're gonna get ready for these mini stocks at Vegas. But
there you go.
Tune in to see what happens. So good luck to anybody who races, anybody who tunes in. Hopefully, you definitely learned something here. So all you can do is just apply to the next one. So hopefully it's a solid one.
There you go. Round of applause for Braxton DeWeese. Before I let you go, thank your sponsors, man. Please.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you, Wesley. Interstate Ford. We've had them on the car with a lot of our short track stuff, and we've had a lot of success with them. So I appreciate them. They're definitely a big help with all of the real life racing, sim racing, just in general. They support my dream, and I appreciate them for that. So also the shout out to Happy Karaoke, Freedom Ice Cream Shop, State Time, Allen's Arts Images, Police Reservations, Elevated TV, Paid Lead, Wood Nickel Band, Short Track Forest, Tires Media, Devin Kid Designs, Our Pizza over at Winchester, Indiana, to sponsor the Midwest Thunder Road Series when we race at Winchester. All the help we can get, whether it's sim racing or real life racing, is definitely appreciative. Just how expensive everything is for just not only racing but just everything in general. So
There you go.
glad that we can have supporters like that, and hopefully we can have a solid year heading into next year before the roadsters and all that, so we can get some attention.
There's Braxton DeWeese, everybody. He'll finish as the winner in the preliminary for the virtual All-American 400, ironically presented by Braxton DeWeese Racing. Let's go now to second place and grab Colin Grissom. Colin, your car looked like it was in the demolition derby, man. Somehow, some way, though, you put that Chevrolet entry up to the number 2 spot, tried to battle there for the win with, obviously, Braxton at the end. Just fell short there, but nothing wrong with second place. Your take of this race, do you kind of follow the same assessment of what, Braxton felt about the AI guys being in the way and you got involved in a lot of wrecks in the early going. What a way to battle back and finish second.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I was making sure my computer's being stupid. But no, the AI guys, they makes it tough, but just kind of go to the outside and drive around them. A couple times I was 3 wide with them. First wreck, I just got loose off of 2, running second behind Bailey and spun out. And then got in a wreck with one of the AI guys, and luckily enough, I hadn't used my fast repair yet or got tires, so that kind of helped, and did that in like lap 75. Got around all them AI guys back to 4th, and I was pretty much settled for 4th because they were already too far ahead and I wasn't going to be able to catch them. And luckily enough, got a yellow, and I thought we had a pretty good shot there, but he was just a little better than I was.
Yeah, man. Do you think if you would have pitted your tires a little later, Colin, or do you think you just didn't have nothing for Braxton?
I guess the tires. I mean, if you know yellow's gonna come out, you go then. But I didn't know that, so I went a little early. I guess if I could have had them 10 laps later, it probably would have helped out a little bit. I was rolling the outside pretty good, so I might have been able to do something up there, but other than that, I don't know if I could have got around him on the bottom, the way he was running his line and whatnot.
Well, bud, before we let you go, Colin, please thank your sponsors. Are you going to suit up and go for the 300 lapper, or are you going to set that one out too? What you going to do?
I don't know about that. Not sure. What time is that?
It's literally 10 minutes from now.
10 minutes from now?
Well, I might hop in there and see what's going on. I don't know.
He might hop on and start some trouble at first and then pull off.
Yeah. Yeah, it all
Get
just
some AI cars for payback. Just so you know, the AI guys in the super race are not the same guys that kind of wrecked you in the first race that you finished second in. So just want to let you know that.
So I don't know. I might hop in there and play around a little bit. Not sure. I don't really want to be on the game for 300 laps, but we'll find out. I might end up doing but yeah,
all right,
so
you got any sponsors? Chevrolet, mommy, daddy.
Yeah, Chevrolet right on the side of that late model stock. No, this is all real life stuff. I got Day Transportation, C&M Day, Purdue Farms, Vern's Concrete. You guys need concrete work done? Definitely get a hold of him. He's located here in Anderson, Indiana. Tim's Heating and Cooling. They're good people. They're pretty good at what they do. Midwest Hail Repair. He very good at dent stuff. All the hail repair. That's for cars, not houses. So if you're going to do that, then for sure. Beaver Contracting. Any housework, roofs, stuff like that. They're in Noblesville. They're pretty good. He's a pretty good guy. Let's see here. I know I'm forgetting a couple. You're right. Dude, it's been a long time. In real life, I ain't been able to win races, so you know how it goes. Let's see here. Phillips Racing Equipment. We run a Crown Vic, and he does our tires for us and whatnot. And he's pretty good at it. Tim Allred's Collision Center right here in Anderson. They do some good stuff. So if you guys get in a car wreck and need your car done, fixed, whatnot, I'd go to them. And Myers Motorsports, he builds my engines for my sprint car. So he's pretty good. I don't know if he takes on new customers or not, but he took me on. So that works, and that's about it, really. And thanks to Cody for letting
we'll see you go in there and cause some chaos and mayhem in the late model stock events done. So we'll see what you do in the supers. So
yeah. we'll see about that. And, thanks to Cody for letting us play around wintertime.
Yes.
Doing league.
Awesome, man. Round of applause. Give me a round of applause. Literally a round of applause, everybody. Round of applause. Colin Grissom battles back from adversity, and he'll finish in the number 2 spot. Everybody stay with us. We got to pause for station identification if you're listening on the radio.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
It is the big one that is held every year in the music city of Nashville, Tennessee, in the Volunteer State. It is the All-American 400, and for the second consecutive year, Elevated TV and CRN has the virtual version of that Motorsports Classic that was held last weekend, won by, of course, the driver from Tennessee, Mr. Dawson Sutton. I am Wesley Outland. We have Cody Deemers alongside. We are going to step away, get ready for practice, and we're going 300 laps for the big one, the All-American 400. 100 laps down, 300 laps to go, and it is next when we return. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway on Iracing. Elevated TV and CRN presents coverage, flag to flag, of the second annual virtual All-American 400 presented by Braxton Deweese Racing. Wesley Outland and Cody Deemers, and we also have Charles Oberg joining me in the broadcast for the big show coming up. You see the drivers of the Super Late models on the course right now and getting their final opportunity to get their cars ready. Charles, we're ready to go around Nashville, 300 laps. This will be a good one, buddy. Good evening.
Yeah, buddy. Thanks for having me aboard, man. I'm excited about this race because there's a lot of guys here tonight, and there's going to be a lot of action. This is going to be one heck of a race.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Is right now the Super Late models. Yes. Oh, yeah. The Super Late models are roaring down the track, getting their final opportunity to qualify. Qualifying about to come to a close, and it looks like Cody Roderick from Douglasville, Georgia, is looking to be the fast man. Do we have any real drivers in the field? The answer is yeah. Yeah, Colin Grissom. That's it. That's all that showed up. So it's all AI, and they are ready to roll here. The field is gritting. We're ready to introduce the starting lineup. Look down below the bottom of your screen, and we will introduce the lineup for you. On the pole, there it is from Georgia, Casey Roderick on the pole. Connor Jones from Virginia on the outside of row number 1. Row 2 for the All-American 400. Row number 2, we'll find Stephen Nassy whenever we update the lineup. There it is. Stephen Nassy from Pinellas Park, Florida. And the Canadian from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, Cole Butcher in the 28, row 2. Row 3 on the grid, we'll find Paul Schaefer from Wisconsin and Bubba Pollard from Sonoy, Georgia, the 26. Bubba Pollard! Austin Nason and Kyle Steckley, the 14 and the 30. And your top 10, Charles, will find Derek Kraus in the 9, and the winner of the real All-American 400 last Sunday night from Tennessee, from Lebanon, Tennessee, Dawson Sutton in the 0:26, and he also set the new track record also.
Yeah, outstanding show that was. And on the 6th row, we got Fake Finch and Gavin Bushell. And the
Jake Finch and Gavin Boshell. Yeah.
I'm sorry with the names. I butcher names all the time, but we're looking at Billy Van Milter and Dustin Smith on the 7th row. T.Y. Ty Fredrickson and William Swalach.
William Sawalach. Ty Fredrickson and William Sawalach. There you go. Michael Hind, George Phillips, row number 9, row 10, Gabe Summers and Nicholas Noggle. Top 20 field rolls, and it's going to be Casey Klein, followed by Johnny Sauter, row 11, row 12, field rolling, Concord's Matt Gregg, Derek Griffith from up in the Northeast, Mike Hopkins and Austin Terrace, and Colin Grissom in the back. Runner-up of the Pro Late Model event, won by Braxton Deweese.
Yeah, pay attention to him coming from the back, although going to the front.
Coming from the rear. We'll see what he can do from the back. Here's a look at your race analysis for the virtual All-American 400. There it is, your race information. 300 laps, caution laps count. 2 fast repairs will be given. They'll be given 8 sets of tires. Real drivers mixed with AI drivers. That's why we changed it from the AI All-American 400 to the virtual All-American 400. This should be a fun one. 300 laps on the 5/8 mile track that's in Nashville, Tennessee, in the Volunteer State, in the Music City. Roderick and Jones ready to bring them off of turn 4. Next car's in. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 virtual All-American 400 is green. We're going 300 laps, and it's time.
Oh, and we got a caution already.
Before we get started, we got a wreck going in turn 1 on the front straightaway. Actually,
15's around.
Mike Hopkins and some others turned around. There you go.
Yeah, Mike Hopkins. I think that might have been a self-spin, maybe. Oh no, he did. Oh wow, the guy behind him kind of pushed him right up out of the way.
It was Hopkins in the 15 and then the 29 of Austin Terrace. There you see.
Oh, it was our own 00 of Doomers.
Yeah.
He kind of plowed through that.
Colin Grissom, actually. Wow. So we get to the green flag and we have a caution to start it here. Boy, oh boy. By the way, if you are watching the broadcast, you will hear or you will see some of the, and you'll hear driver communication. If you're listening on CRN, you'll hear that. But you'll see, if you're watching the broadcast, some of the work that goes on behind the scenes, because our producer is also the race director.
Yeah, it's a special treat getting to understand what goes behind the scenes here at Iracing broadcast. It is definitely a production, and you got to give these guys credit to pushing buttons and changing camera angles and actually trying to call a race at the same time while that's going on. That's a pretty special treat here.
Yeah, so a caution out in the early going to work on. And the word is also, if there's consecutive yellow flags, they will have a single file restart. So for that reason, that's why they will do it. Single file here. Caution on the start. Single file restart. And get away here at the All-American 400. Back to green, and Roderick with a great launch in the Platinum. Number 18. The field blenders their way back into the corner into 1 and 2. And we'll watch all these guys. It's William Swallich, the Busch Light 62. Down on the inside, pulling in front of Fredrickson and Michael Hine. As they work their way out 4. Phillips way high in the Toyota Racing Development number 22. Someone holding it together there, Charles, into 1.
Yeah, that was a great move. He tried to stick it in there as hard as he could, but a little early in the race for these tires to stick. These guys got to be concerned about that a little bit. As the 35 looks inside too. Jeez, these guys are making runs. They're making moves. A lot of side-by-side action coming from the middle of the field, and those guys are trying to move forward as fast as they can, but you're not going to get too far going side-by-side. As the 00 goes up the middle, 3 wide, and then comes back down in front of the 12. He's gained a couple spots right now. 00 is moving up the field. 1 spot at a time.
Yep, 1 spot at a time. Patience will be key, no doubt. Long race, don't want to do anything egregious in the start to take yourself out. Got one of our cameras from up top from the grandstands here coming at you all 4.
What a great view. That's considered the spotter's view up there. You get some good seats up there. As we go, the 00 around, he's in
Colin
trouble.
Grissom. Yeah, the Budweiser man, Colin Grissom, the 00, got into it with Hopkins and the 29 Terrace earlier, but now it's a solo spin for him. Watch what happened. Car just shot out. Coming off a 2 and around he goes.
Hard hit to the inside wall. I believe these guys got a fast repair. Maybe
2 fast repairs. Yep, 2 fast repairs.
So I don't think that was too much damage. It might have looked like he hit the wall hard, but it doesn't look like a lot of front end damage on that car. Short track. He might get away with not having to fix it right away, but he's going to have to fix it at some point.
Bubba Pollard, Austin Nason coming down to the pit lane for service. Already problems. Other cars onto the pit road as well. There goes William Sawalich in the Bush Light 62 on the exit. Kyle Steckley and others.
My favorite part of a race, man, is when everybody's coming down pit road and you hear those air guns firing off, and just a great time of any race I've ever been to is watching guys come on and off pit road.
To answer your question, Sandra Smithers, these are super late models. They look so similar to the pro late models or the late model stocks. I mean, the bodies of the cars look exactly the same, but the engine is the biggest thing in the 4-barrel carburetors on these cars. But this is the super late model portion. If you look up on your top right of your screen, when you see them updating race control, you do see where it says super late models. So this is the super late model portion of the All-American 400, and drivers are going for the wave around. Some that might be a lap down or more, trying to get a lap back. We should be looking at one to go this time by, and we should go back to racing here when they come down the front straightaway.
Yeah, lights are off on the pace car, so we're coming back down to the start zone. Wesley, take us away, man.
Well, the field to get set back up, double file behind the pace car. Roderick and Jones on the front row. That's Georgia, Virginia, Florida, Canada. First two rows with Stephen Assey and Cole Butcher. Working lap 13 of the race. There'll be 286 remaining when they come back to green flag. Pace car is in. Field works off of turn 4. Green back up. They're up to speed. And the super late model portion of the All-American 400 back underway. In the early going. Two yellow flags, 2 cautions. And you got to pace yourself. This is an endurance race. I just want to emphasize that. I know it's 300 laps, but these are one of those big marquee. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Actually, you think about the crown jewels of short track motorsports, and make no doubt about it, Charles, this is one of the crown jewel events, super late models at the All-American 400.
It really is, man. I've watched it for years, not live on TV, of course, but these guys, they're getting it. But look at this. We got a guy on the roof.
Upside down.
Who's on the roof? The O2 is driving back. The 00, not O2.
Mike Hopkins upside down, and Grissom involved again. Another caution. Hopkins on his roof upside down at the start-finish line. He'll have to tow back to the pits, and he'll use one of his fast repairs.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to get back to the pits with the car wheels up. I'll tell you that.
Here's a replay. What in the world happened to the 15?
Oh, it looks like the 33 got up high. That didn't affect it, but the 00 was just, he's trying to get to the front a little too fast.
Looked like he got pinched down by the one of one of those cars, and then watch right there, the one car, the red and black car down on the inside, and he pinches the 15 of Hopkins, and then the 00. Colin Grissom says, okay, well, I'll give you the assist and give you the boot to flip, and that's exactly what we just saw. Watch it again on a replay one more time.
Yeah, you're absolutely
Smith
right.
Problems there. Him and George Phillips getting together.
Yeah, that bottom line starts to check up, and it looks like the 15 tried to make an adjustment, and the 00 didn't catch the adjustment in time and kind of drove through the back of him. Unfortunate event.
Austin Terrace, Nicholas Noggle on the pit lane under the caution. Here's a look at it again. There's the 15 upside down and spinning like a top across the start-finish line.
That's a scary view, man. When you're upside down in a car, that's a scary deal. We're 20 laps in, and several guys have made pit stops already, but there is a stage break at 110, so that's going to switch the field up quite a bit with guys coming in on these early cautions, getting more fuel, maybe tires early. there's going to be a lot of strategy to play out here for the rest of the race, especially with that stage break at
120, I think. Lap 110 and 220. Yeah, lap 110 and 220 is when the stages will be. So this race will be broken down into 3 stages. There will be a mandatory caution on lap 110 on that lap. They have to complete lap 110 and 220, and then they'll have an 80-lap shootout. Caution laps do count. 20 laps into it. 280 to go. There's a long way remaining to the All-American 400 in the Super Late Model 300 lap, and we're back underway. Green flag.
Yeah, great restart right there. Everybody was clean that time. No caution. We're looking at guys going almost 3 wide going into the corner there. It looks like the 30 wants to kind of dive bomb the leader, Roderick. Can't quite get there yet. Yeah, we see the 15 kind of coming off pit road, kind of at the wrong time right there, but he's gonna gather the leaders. They're gonna.
Mike Hopkins already close to 11 laps down after having the bad luck he had so far as they rumble down the back straightaway. There goes Bubba Pollard, and another caution out here in the All-American 400. Trouble now for Nicholas Noggle, the 08 machine, struggling his Toyota. Here's a look at a replay of what happened to him. The Brycon Mobile 1 entry, and Nick, okay. Grissom again, Colin Grissom spinning and driving in reverse down the back straightaway. Colin Grissom.
Grissom is having a rough night, and this is unfortunate to see him have such a great night, because he is a good guy, and he does, try to hold himself as, a really, high standards, and wants to win this race. Just hate to see the guy struggle so much.
George Phillips now going to be credited as the new leader in the Toyota Racing Development number 22, because the leader, Roderick, come down to the pit lane. Roderick came into the pits. Some other drivers now on exit. Kyle Steckley, Cole Butcher, Gabe Summers, Derek Griffith, all on pit exit now. And the field will be looking for green next time by. The one-to-go indication should be given. George Phillips now being showed the new leader. There you see the 15 of Mike Hopkins in front of the leader. That means he'll get the wave around here. 1 to go. You'll watch the 15 fly by to get one of his laps back, and you'll see it now. There he goes.
There he goes.
Yep. And I'm understanding Colin Grissom, runner-up in the Pro Late Model portion of the... Oh, Phillips in trouble!
Oh, my God, we got one that just didn't go. What happened? Wait, maybe he was told to hold
George
back
Phillips.
or something?
Maybe I think there might have been a car trying to get a spot, trying to get a free pass position or wave around, and that's what he was trying to do. So now Phillips and Bubba Pollard on the front row as the other drivers taking the wave around. Got to be a max speed behind at the tail of the field. We're back under green in the All-American 400.
Look at the jump he gets out. Phillips just got a huge jump, but these guys right behind him, they're going to come get him.
Billy Van Meter, keep an eye on him in the 23. Remember, he struggled at Winchester, Cody, a couple of weeks ago in our broadcast coverage of the virtual Winchester 400.
Yeah, and I apologize.
Did we run at Thompson? I think we ran at Thompson for that race, or was it Stafford? No, it was Thompson.
Stafford.
It was Thompson. Yeah,
Thompson and Stafford, right up the street from me, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, see,
I love those tracks.
so here's the thing, Charles. They are building a on iRacing Winchester. It's supposed to drop in the next update, I guess. I don't know. But it wasn't available yet, so we basically did one of the crown jewel events, the Winchester 400, in October, but we moved it to Thompson, because Thompson and Winchester are probably the closest in proximity as far as the size, and besides the banking, Because, I mean, anybody who's been to Winchester, you know how big that place is, like 36, 37 degrees of banquet. I mean,
yeah, that's a
monster.
tight oval there. But Thompson's relatively flat compared to that. I'll tell you that right now, because there's not a lot of banking in Thompson.
Hopkins off the pace down on the inside, bottom of the racetrack. Hopkins' car as Billy Van Meter now trying to run down Gavin Boschel for third, and Ty Fredrickson right behind him in hot pursuit. He's to his outside right elbow as they go into one.
Yeah, he's making that outside line work, and I'm sure as the race goes on, that outside line is going to rubber in more and more. So you might see some passes on the outside here tonight. I know I've watched it in real life that the outside can be fast here.
So the Kevin and Kellen are, Kevin and Keelan Harvick. No, they're not in this lineup, I guess. As Michael Hine from Hernando, Florida. Look at this angle from the Floridian. Nice angle on the 69 right now, trying to get to the top 10. Paul Schaefer right behind him in the 7.
Yeah, you see how much he's sawing on that wheel from that angle right there. You know, you think he's having a Sunday drive now. He's at work right now. He's on 9 to 5 and trying to make it work for him. That's a lot of work, a lot of effort from him.
But look at these awesome camera angles, by the way, from Cody Deemer, showing you from all the different angles of the car and the racing around them. Racing on all fours, if you will. There goes number 5. That's, of course, Johnny Sauter. Mason Mingus, by the way, a former winner of the All-American 400. He drove that number 5 car. That is the Sauter Motorsports stables. Matter of fact, one of the years that I announced the All-American 400 in real life, it was the number 5 car of Mason Mingus that ended up winning that car.
Oh wow! What a pleasure that must have been to actually announce one of these for real life.
Yeah, I've done the All-American 400, the Snowball Derby, Winchester, Oxford, New Smyrna. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, New Smyrna is a good one. My cousin goes down there, and he's north east racing parts, so he goes down there with those guys, Scott and all them.
Oh yeah. And here's a look at the D&M Lawn Care top 5 as they rumble around, heading towards the midway point of the first 100 laps.
Yeah, it looks like the race is cleaned up a little bit. I mean, the first few laps, we had caution after caution, cautions breed cautions, as they say, but, I don't want to jinx anything, but it looks like it's cleaned up quite a bit. Guys have found their groove, and they're just going to run it out here. I'm sure they're thinking about saving tires right now because long runs like this, you're going to need all the tire you can get. I apologize because I don't know what the fuel run looks like here, and I don't know, what the fuel.
Go about 100. They could probably go about 80 to 100 laps on a set of fuel.
Nice. So Wesley, do you think that guys that pitted on caution like 20 or something, they're going to leapfrog a lot of these leaders that didn't pit in? So we're going to have a lot of changes come, let's say, lap 80 to 100. That's when things are going to get real interesting.
Well, you think about a guy like the leader right now in the Toyota of George Phillips. He started 18th. He's worked his way to the lead. But here comes Bubba Pollard and Gavin Boschel in the 24 Mobil 1 Toyota. Couple of Toyotas battling with the Ford. Bubba Pollard on the high side.
These guys, a lot of these guys are really trying to make that top line work. And once it comes in, it can work. Like I said, I've watched a lot of races here where that top side can rubber in really good. You can get a great bunch of speed and by the way, with my 2024 Camry SE, pretty partial to the Camry guys. Go get it, guys.
And there's the Phoenix Construction Race Car Engineering Wildwood Disc Brakes number 26 from Sonoy, Georgia. Bubba Pollard, multi-time faceted champion, winner in race events and series. The accolades are amazing for the now new promoter of Sonoy Raceway down in Georgia. Remember, they ran the fall Peach State Classic last night and or this weekend and at the real dirt track. And the Pollard family operate that when he's not racing in the super late model. And right now, he sits in the number 2 position. George Phillips, Bubba Pollard, Billy Van Meter. You've got Mike Hopkins now, lap traffic in the front of the leaders again. As right now, Gavin Boschel and Connor Jones. We got a car dropping down to the inside. Give him plenty of room. He's letting the leaders race on, and Kyle Steckley is in trouble. The 30 car, Kyle Steckley off the pace.
Yeah, it's a Ford, and he's going to pit lane. Don't know what the problem with him is. Maybe, I don't know. I this early in the race, what could have gone wrong? We really can't tell.
Here's a look at what have happened to Kyle Steckley as we are still under green flag conditions. But watch this.
Oh, yeah, he's
I think he had help.
The wall.
That's Cole Butcher. Oh, there it is.
Ooh,
Cole Butcher
put him right
contact.
up to the
And
wall.
wow, but a save for the Canadian Cole Butcher to keep it off the wall. And car. And how? Kyle Steckley behind the wall. The leaders race off forward.
Yeah, what a great race these top 4 right here are in at the moment. You know, anybody could have this race. It just looks so good. Like, these guys are going for it. It's awesome.
Heading towards lap number 60 of this event here in the All-American 400. We've already completed the Pro Late Model event, 100 lapper. Of course, driver Braxton the Weeks got the win for that one. Now the Super Late Models for 300 laps going on now. What's up, Charles?
I've got to tell you, I watched the 23 of Billy Van Meter lap after lap. Like, he is really working that top line. He's really working that groove in, and he's not losing any time. Not necessarily gaining any time, but really working that top groove in. I wonder if that's going to come into play later on in the run. I mean, 58 laps right now, but you rubber that in come the end of the race. That really could come into play and buy you some valuable time towards the end of the race.
Billy Van Meter, a full-time competitor in the ASA Stars National Tour from Muskegon, Michigan. And that Van Dorn chassis with a McGonigal race engine. And right now sitting in the number 3 position of that Ford. Bubba Pollard, by the way, getting around George Phillips. He took the lead. He has not relinquished it yet. As they work again, heading to lap 60, 40 to go, and 50 to go, by the way, in the first stage of the race here.
Oh, look at the 23, looking inside of what is he? Looking inside of the 15 there. I know 15's had some struggles, so he's a lap down, but what a great drive the 23 has to set that up to where he can get to the inside of that car. Because the 15's still fast, even though he's laps down.
Pollard, Phillips, Boschel, Van Meter, Jones, top 5, Fredrickson, Klein, Finch, Hind, Craig, top 10. That's Connor Jones now. Got Van Meter on the outside. They battle door to door for that spot. That is for 3rd.
It looks like the 23 is going to concede. No, he sticks right with them. He's door to door. He's not going to give it up. Wesley, he does not want to give that spot up. And making, once again, I gotta, as a short track guy, watching short track racing, you think, the moves are always to the inside. So when you watch a guy work the outside, make passes, and keep up with everybody and underneath them, you really do appreciate that as a short track racing fan.
If you go to the outside, you can hold it.
Yeah. Yep. We got some real special tires on that car.
Van Meter now pulling away from Jones. Jones Utilities Toyota on the outside, the 44.
Yeah, these guys are still working it. The 44 is still there. You hope, he didn't burn his stuff up on the inside, because when you are stuck on the inside and the guy's on the outside, you do tend to overdrive the corner. You do tend to dive it in a little bit further to beat the guy his drive off the exit. So when you're stuck down below somebody, you do burn up your stuff.
Bubba Pollard, let's give this man some love. Up in the top spot in that Ford Pollard Motorsports entry, Peters Race Engines on that number 26 Phoenix construction car.
Yeah, he's pulling away, and you're right. We haven't given him enough credit, and he's hitting every mark and every corner and every exit just perfectly. But George Phillips, man, he's our biggest mover of the race, up 16 spots in P2. How do you get up 16 spots? Hopefully Phillips has something for Pollard. That's going to be an interesting tail of the race come the next few laps.
That beautiful race car right now just kind of in his own little world, 3.7 seconds ahead of George Phillips. And that number 22, the Toyota Racing Development entry, Gavin Boschel, right now sitting in third. Boschel having a quiet race for the time being. Jones in the 44. Finally getting around Billy Van Meter and getting back into that fourth spot. And we still see Bubba Pollard just running away with this thing here as we're closing in on 25 laps next time around, if you will, Charles, to lap 100.
Yeah, no, I'm going to tell you, man, it's great seeing these guys settle in here. This is what short track racing is all about, is getting in your rhythm. I know that it seemed like such a mess at the very beginning, but short track racing is about rhythm. So glad these guys found it, and now it's just saving your tires, saving fuel, and doing what you got to do to get to the end of this race here. Like we said, lap 110, there's going to be a caution, and they're going to reset. Everybody's going to have to reset, and we'll see what happens after that one. This is going to be interesting.
There's a look at what's coming up soon. Don't forget, we're going to be at Sobo next Saturday night with late model stocks at South Boston. The South Carolina 400 will be our next big event, part of Myrtle Beach. And I'm sure that'll be announced probably next week. And then getting ready for December the 6th, Nashville, right here, Nashville. Late model stocks on Nashville. So that'll all be coming up here.
Ooh, another 100 lap dash. Those are exciting.
And Cody created an amazing graphic. We'll put it up on the screen as well. Coming soon, all the details of the third annual virtual Thanksgiving Classic presented by Irvin Used Auto Parts, where we were last night where we were last night with the Legends Turkey Race. That's where we'll be at Southern National, our third consecutive year, bringing that one to you on Elevated TV and CRN. This is the second year we've done the All-American 400, by the way, Charles.
Really? No, hey, yeah, I'm glad to be here for the
we did it last year.
inaugural year. Yeah, no, this is awesome. This is a lot of good fun, and like you guys said last night, that turkey run, man, that was a great race, dude. That was a lot of fun in those Legends, but these guys are putting on a good show, so I don't want to take nothing away from them because there's a lot of action here, and there's a lot of action all around the league. Gotta love this league, and Elevated Television is gonna give you entertainment as often as they can. They put on races quite often, so definitely subscribe and give us a like and let us know how we're doing.
So I know that Cody Demers is on production. He really didn't want to per se call the race like he did the Pro Late Model event with yours truly. He's helping out, making the production be really great. But Cody, I'll let you chime in here, man. What you think of the first 100 laps of the All-American 400 right now, heading to that, and Bubba Pollard doing Bubba Pollard things that we know he does very well in the real world and on this iRacing telecast right now.
Well, I think giving them 8 sets of tires, that's the first time I've ever done that. I think it helped a lot with the racing. We've seen a lot of early pit stops. I have a very, very strong feeling we're going to see a pit stops at that 110 margin. I think the whole field's going to come down there because there's still guys out there like George Phillips and Bubba Pollard and Bochelle and Jones and Van Meter that have yet not pitted. So I definitely think that they're going to come in there and they're going to go down pit road, get them 4 freshies, and they're going to be ready to rock and roll and for another 120, 100 or so laps. So definitely been a good race, a lot of battling. Ready to see that outside line go. I know Charles has been talking about it a lot, but I'm ready to see some more passing on the outside. To me, you can pass a race car on the outside. That is I'm going to just say it like this, it is a balls move.
It really
you got
is
some cojones. You got some cojones.
Yeah.
You go to the outside, man. Go for dos. Go for dos.
Well, the Bodine brothers, man, they made that famous. You stayed on the outside of a guy and pinned the guy in front of you down on the low line. You wore out his tires, and I want to say it was Bill that said, I could beat anybody if I pushed them down low and just ran that top line. And he made that famous in Tops and Stafford, and then later on in the NASCAR series as he moved up into NASCAR. So, it's well known. These short track guys, they know that outside is very valuable to them. Getting it rubbered in, though, that's the other question. You got to have guys that are willing to go up there with you. If everybody's on the low line, you kind of have to take what you get. But if you got a lot of guys running up there with you, that outside line's going to go.
And as we mentioned, we are working our way to 10 laps to the 100 lap completed. 20 laps to the stage break. As Wesley Outlet here with you, Charles Oberg, our color analyst. The ghost of Casper is Cody Demers. And the production booth.
Our production guy, he's been in our ear. You might not hear him in the in the live stream. This guy's a good guy, and he's making this a lot of fun.
He had a little bit of Carolina Cold Whip for lunch before we came on the air. So, that's a
Cody,
free
what was I supposed to ask
OnlyFans production. That's all I'm gonna say. It's coming soon. You don't want to know. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. You don't even want to. You don't even want to know. You don't even want to know. I guess we're getting to the midway point of the race where we're starting to get bored and talk about other shit. Part of a language.
Oh, goodness. tell you.
Call me Outland. Call me Outland Wells. That's what it is. Outland Wells.
Some guy's name that. Well, I had written it down and then ended up throwing it away. But I really meant to ask you about it by the end of the broadcast.
You're going to ask about the Alabama Hot Pocket?
No, Ty Gay.
Carolina Cool Whip. Is it?
Yeah, there you
oh,
go.
yeah, there was a guy named Tanguy the Cock. Yeah, his name was Tanguy the Cock. And I used to say the cock in the wall, the cock 3 wide, the cock in the 4.
The cock coming up on the rear.
The cock on the ball. His name, I swear, audience, if you're watching or listening, his name was Tanguy the Cock. I tossed the damn buddy Tanguy the Cock. And I asked him, I said, do you really say your name, Tanguy the Cock? And he said, this the Cock. The Cock. And I said, okay. He's from Spain, everybody. He's from Spain. Yeah.
Sure, he's a great guy and a good competitor. And, you know,
well, let's just say he ain't come back. He ain't come back.
Oh, no.
I said, I ran his ass off. He ain't coming back. We got 10 to go in the stage, lap 100, 200 to go in the All-American 400, and we got a battle for the lead with lap traffic in front of the leaders coming off of turn 2 to the back straightaway there, Charles.
No, I thought that too. I'm like, hey, what, you know, it's been 100 laps, and this is the first time we've really seen lap traffic come into play. And you know, P2 Phillips is good for him. He's got, look, these guys are holding up the front of the field, but Phillips has got a chance. He was just, he's pulling ahead, falling back, pulling ahead. This is amazing. I think he has a better run on the inside line there with the lap traffic, and he does. He makes the move.
What a job! I love the great racing. The lap machines are racing. And let me clarify. They're not a lap down. They're on the tail end of the lead lap, so they're fighting to race amongst themselves. But with that being said, they still gotta. You know, they still gotta realize faster traffic's overtaking them. By the way, closing in on 5 to go next time by. 5 to go next time by in stage 1 here in the virtual All-American 400 presented by Braxton DeWeese Racing.
And I'm gonna tell you, man, you know, George Phillips takes the lead, and he hasn't used a set of tires yet. He hasn't got any gas yet, so. This guy's going to get fresh tires and gas. I think Poland came in on lap 11. Jones is in the top 3. He came in at 18, and Van Meter didn't come in at all either. So, you know, there's your top 4. There is 2 guys have come in and 2 guys haven't. This is going to change up the running order there quite a bit.
With that going on, it is still Phillips now being showed as the leader. The laps remaining. There's a look at the blue line soft wash race information, caution information. There it is. 5 lead changes, 13 laps under caution, and 4 total cautions, and that all happened within the first, 25 laps of the race. And then since then, we've been pretty good. We've been good here.
Yeah, no, it's been a ride. Those first few laps were pretty. You know, I think these guys. It was like opening day where guys just took the cars out of the shop and ran it. And since then, though, yeah, this is it. Let's go.
Final lap in the first stage of the All-American 400 as Phillips on the high side going top. Trying to get around Dustin Smith. Pollard follows back on the inside. Can't get there. George Phillips, the young boy in the TRD 22, will win stage 1.
Oh, my God.
Phillips
no,
beat
Phillips.
Pollard. He beat him.
Yeah,
he beat him.
he
Phillips
came
beat
across the
Pollard.
Yep, yeah, he came across the line. I think the only reason that happened was because Pollard was stuck behind lap traffic there. He couldn't push through the guy in front of him, and Phillips had the outside line and a clean outside line where he just was able to motor through. But the only reason Pollard couldn't come back was because he was stuck. He had a guy in front of him.
Making sure we got everybody in position, and when we do, the green lights will cut on for the pit lane, and they will all come in right about now if you choose to. By the way, remember, Bubba Pollard did pit, Cody. Now, the drivers that did not pit, George Phillips and Billy Van Meter. Those are the only two drivers that had not pitted in this race so far. Everyone else pitted between lap 18, 11, Casey Roderick, lap 25. We got to take a pit, too. We're back after a break. Stay with us. First done in the virtual All-American 400. And TRD driver George Phillips. There goes his Toyota rolling off pit road. He wins stage 1. Strap in stage 2 when we come back from virtual Nashville. Back here at the All-American 400, presented by Braxton DeWeese Racing. Drivers have pitted. Things have been reshuffled. George Phillips, winner of stage 1, pitted, as you saw during the pit stops before we went to TV break. Now we're getting ready for a restart. This is stage 2. This will take us to halfway and the lap 220. Green flag back out at the All-American. Bubba Pollard, Connor Jones on the front row. Gavin Boschel, Ty Fredrickson now up into the top 5, along with Mason Mingus Motorsports, Johnny Sauter, and the Spencer Waters Racing entry. Excuse me.
Look at the back of that field, man. They're all jumbled up back there. 3 wide, going what? 2 rows back, three rows back. They're 3 wide, man. They're trying to get that spot.
There's that Spencer Warner Motorsports entry. Number 5, the car out of Tennessee. Mason Mingus has won before in the All-American 400 in that car right now. Johnny Sauter. You know the name Johnny Sauter from NASCAR. He's in that number 5 now, and he works his way into the top 5. Off of 4, pardon the pun.
Yeah, up 17 spots. That's absolutely amazing. Our other biggest mover, he's dropped back after that pit stop. He won the first stage, but Phillips was only 15 spots up at that time. These guys are clean, and Sauter 17 spots. Insane.
Casey Klein won. Johnny Sauter up 17 spots. Up 15, 16 spots is Craig in the 8th spot of the 54 from Concord, North Carolina. And there's Austin Nason now falling back into the top 15. I think this will be a very calm 100 laps, right? I think you're going to have a very quiet run in this race, this stage.
You're right, Wesley. You know, I mean, by now, you think these guys settle in. They kind of, like I said, I think the start of the race is like it was almost like the first race of a season when these guys just pulled the cars off the track after a long truck after a long winter or something, because it took them a little while to settle in. But this is the racing you would expect from super late models, is guys really settling in and getting a rhythm here. This is what you like to see, because there's plenty of action right here. God, it gets so close to 3 wide, and guys
really does.
Yeah, but the guys at the last second get the idea of, hey, I got to back out of this and make it to the end of the race. You gotta respect that kind of racing, because you really don't want to push it 3 wide on a short track, any short track across any place you race.
Everybody respecting one another as they work their way back around the corner. Hey, by the way, don't forget, coming in December, the Leadfoot Racing League. Tune in every Sunday night for action-packed racing from the LFRL Late Model Stock Tour. Tracy Brown, Landon Brown, everybody behind it.
Yeah, I'll be broadcasting that series. Yeah, I'll be broadcasting that series too. So, if you guys like what I put out there, come follow me over there, man. Leave comments in the YouTube, and I'll give you guys shout outs, man. I like to go down the YouTube channel and recognize our fans. Our fans are the biggest reason we do this. It's a lot of fun. It's if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't do it. And
you'll be joining me in the booth, because I'm the voice of the LFRL. I'm the original announcer that's been doing it for 4 seasons.
Yeah, well, that's how I started. I started over there because you sent out an SOS and said, hey, we need help. And I said, oh, okay. And jumped in, and now all of a sudden...
Tracy said, bring him in. So, yeah, there you go.
yeah, that's how I cut my teeth in broadcasting. I've never done this before, but, I've been blessed with a couple of leagues, like, Elevated, Leadfoot.
4 wide, is it 4 wide Motorsports?
Yeah, 4 wide. There's 3 leagues right there that really welcome me into the broadcast booth, and I'm still cutting my teeth. I'm getting better and better every week, or I'm trying to anyway. And thank you guys. You guys do an incredible job, and you gave guys chances, man, and that's amazing, bro. Because I'm having the time of my life watching races.
Well, I have one rule, and you can ask Cody Deemers. Cody, what is my rule? Yep.
Oh yes, sir. I can't imagine your schedule with the real. Yeah. That we got a couple of local guys out here, and it's.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. That is on the broadcast.
Oh my God. We got to pause for station identification if you're listening on the radio after that. Back in moment from Nashville. Stay with us.
Good morning, guys. I just want to warn you, traffic is tough out there.
We are here for you to tell you how to keep safe.
Everybody who is listening needs to take cover as soon as they can.
To provide the music, talk, and sports you love. And to deliver the news that matters to you. We are the voices you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress you depend on your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text stop to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Welcome back to the virtual All-American 400. If you're listening on the radio at the top of the hour, Charles Oberg, I'm Wesley Outland, Cody Deemers. Get yourself some Carolina Cool Whip and get ready for the halfway mark of this race. We are approaching halfway in the All-American 400, and that'll be at lap 150, a much quiet stage number 2. We figured, obviously, at lap number 140 this time by, that it would be that, Charles.
Yeah, no, and, right now I'm kind of thinking, our early pit guys, guys like Bubba Pollin and, let's see, Michelle,
Pollard, George Phillips.
Yeah, those guys, those guys
Meter.
started on a lap 11. They gotta be thinking about green flag pit stops now as the field is settled in. That's going to be interesting. That's going to change the leaderboard right around.
Well, I think I said 80 to 100 laps. Hell, it might be more than that.
Yeah, it's got to be more than that because, you take a 11th lap pit stop. This guy's running on basically no rubber at all and probably fumes by now, I would imagine.
Trying to look it up now, actually.
Yeah, I don't know what size tank these guys have. I'm guessing it's 18 gallon maybe. Because they do seem to run pretty long races. Any race I've been with the super late models, it's at least 200, 300 mile race.
No, I was actually pretty damn dead on balls accurate, believe it or not. I even looked it up on AI, and it says a super late model can typically complete approximately 88 to 110 laps on a tank of fuel around the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway.
Huh, so I wonder if my
fuel cell capacity is 22 gallons.
So I'm wondering if my my thing's off here because it does show that Bubba Pollard last pitted at 11.
Well, there's a caution. We got trouble.
Oh, whoa!
Oh,
Everybody
my goodness, Northeast driver. Oh my goodness, Massachusetts driver Derek Kraus. And it stops the field on the front straightaway like a parking lot. A chain reaction and a derailment coming off turn 4. Watch this. William Swallow turned. He's airborne. And so does Derek Kraus going up and over.
That's the second car up and over tonight, man. That is insane. But as we were talking,
no, count 3. William Sawalich got airborne too, not just Derek.
Yep. You're right. But
are we gonna have a flip count like the Chili Bowl? We gotta.
As I was talking before, everybody was thinking better of 3 wide. As you see there, they kind of pushed that issue, tried it, and it didn't end well.
Let's find Sawalich and see what happened to him out of car and in car for William Sawalich. And Sawalich was the one that got down on the inside of this guy. There's Sawalich. Oh!
It's a scary view, man.
Then he's like, damn it, I flipped. I can keep going.
Yeah, but you see right there, that 3 wide, and that's just dangerous. A lot of guys pulled out of that because, in short track coming around a straightaway, it's going to tighten up really, really fast. Guys are taking such a tight corner that they're going to drift up, and it's going to push that, guy above you out. It's going to push the guy. Well, actually, it doesn't even look like that.
Wow. Derek Griffith just went for the ride of his life, man. He was way up in the air. He was about as high as the catch fence was.
And you got to give credit for everybody behind him. Everybody checked up. Nobody, ran into the back of that mess. And good for everybody else behind him to whoa it up and not damage their stuff. Unfortunate for him, but everybody else made it out pretty well.
Somebody named Mullet Motorsports said I sucked. Oh, Colin Grissom says I sucked. I mean, you finished second in the Pro Late Model race. Nothing wrong with Silver. Super Late Models, he struggled, man. A majority of the cautions at the beginning of the race involved Colin Grissom. Just saying it, part of the pun, The Budweiser 00. He might have had too many Budweisers.
Yeah, I was going to say, did he have a case before he started? Or,
friends don't let friends drive drunk, especially on an oval. Let's go back to green. By the way, this is halfway in the All-American 400. 150 laps down, 150 laps to go. And if you're doing the math, what is it? 70 laps now. We're 60 laps away from the halfway break at 220. 70 laps. 70 laps to have a halfway break.
Yeah, if you're watching Parlor out front, man, he's running just about 18-second laps, like just over 18.3 second laps. The closest guy to him is 18.7, 18 almost 8. So that just tells you how much Pollard is driving that car away every lap.
Watching all this great racing action going on.
Oh, what an amazing race, and great camera angles and great broadcast. This is a lot of fun. I enjoy doing this because I like watching racing. I hope you guys on the YouTube end, the fans, I hope you guys enjoy this also. Let us know, give us a like, and share this. Let your friends know that this is what we do especially the off season. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of depressed when there's no racing going on.
I've always, I always enjoy doing the iRacing broadcast because obviously, like you said, it's fun. It builds a lot of friendships I've made along through the years with iRacing. And, in my career, it keeps me. Oh, yeah, me and Cody knew each other before iRacing. Yeah, long time. He's unveiling how damn old I am.
Oh, gosh, dang.
There you go. He's unveiling how old I am. So there you go.
Wesley's an old man. All right, we know that now. But, Wesley, it's always a pleasure hanging out with you, man. And I get a kick out of your energy. And you are definitely a broadcaster, man, through and through, dude. Listening to you is kind of an inspiration. And I hope I can get there, in time, man. I love what you do, and working with you, man, is only, raising the bar for me to kind of try to get better and better every week. So, thank you, Wesley. I appreciate
that, bud. Thank you, man. For sure, the sentiments and everybody I get to work with. Thank you. And the last couple of times we've worked with each other, definitely it's been a pleasure. Looking forward to having you join me for LFRL whenever we get back to it again. I know we've got some things in the works and planning for the Pro 5 Challenge in December with Ross Dalton Racing. But right now, man, what a solid run by the driver of that number 1. It's the 300 on time and scoring, by the way, Casey Klein. And Klein has worked his way now to the 4th position on the racetrack, setting his sights now on Connor Jones. And remember the battle that Jones had earlier in the race when we got started? Him and Billy Van Meter were racing heatedly. Yeah, now Van Meter is all the way back in 16th, mind you. Jones, Dawson now. By the way, that's Dawson Sutton. Dawson Sutton also in 14th on the racetrack. He's the guy that won the race last weekend in Nashville.
Yeah, yes, he did. Oh boy, I had my buddy.
Oh
from
boy,
Colorado.
Bubba Pollard. There's a different pit strategy we talked about. Bubba Pollard on pit road. Lap
Yeah, he had to come
164.
in.
There it is.
He had to. He really stretched out that fuel run or tire run absolutely to the max. So that's like 165. Oh no, because you got to take off the 11. So like almost 155 laps he's ran. That's insane. Everybody that's watching that follows football, I had a good buddy of mine just rub it in my face that Colorado is now 9-2 along with the Patriots. Yeah.
I'm just glad Pittsburgh won. Alabama lost yesterday. I was pissed off yesterday. You heard what Cody said last night. He said, "Don't make Wesley mad. He's in a bad mood." Alabama lost. But 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Clayton Comets are going to the third round in state playoffs for the radio that we call on CRN for them. They're going to the third round. We got the state championships and the All-Star game around the corner. And then, of course, if that wasn't enough, we had Pittsburgh win today, even though Alabama lost. God, I can't believe they lost. Pit road, Connor Jones on pit road. Here he goes. Green flag pit stops. Here's something I didn't think we would see, but it is happening on lap number 170 of the race here.
Yeah, because these guys settled in quite. And when's the last time we had a caution? Jesus. Yeah, the stage break was the last caution. No. Last we had a caution when William Sawalich and Yep, he went upside down.
Flipped. Yeah.
Yep. So
it was right before halfway. It was like 146 or 147. Thank you.
Oh goodness, it's still 30 laps ago. I'm sure these guys are going to make certain decisions here to change up the strategy. The crew chiefs are working overtime right now because they're trying to figure out what do we do to get to the end. With all the stage breaks and the cautions, how do we manipulate all these pit stops to get to the end? Leapfrog people. This isn't over, man. You could have somebody, I would say, maybe somebody from the top 14 or so could win this race just on leapfrogging everybody with pit strategy. George Phillips, man, this you know what? I don't know. If I was a betting person, if I had some money to throw down, George Phillips is going to drive away with this one. I know he's chasing down Jake Finch right now, but George Phillips is up 16 spots from the start, and always a competitor up front. Never.
Stage 1 winner, by the way, I was going to say too. The 22 was.
Yeah, he's done everything he had to do, and his crew chief has called a great race for him to come in when he had to.
And you remember, he put in at lap 112. Besides Sawalich and Sutton and others that put in at lap 147, they've got more fresher tires than these other guys have. And the ones that did not pit at the stage break, I think they're kicking themselves now because, for that matter, Charles, they literally are pitting under green flag conditions, and they're going laps down because of it. Like Pollard, like Nason, like obviously Stephen Nasty, Gavin Bochelle, cars that looked really good in the race earlier. Now they're in the back and they're a lap down.
Yeah, I see Bubba Bubba Parlin is a lap down, and he was up front the whole race. Casey Clean, another one a lap down. But this is short track racing. You never know what's going to happen, and you never know when you're going to get pinned down because this strategy is just out of control. I would hate to be a crew chief or a spotter telling my guy what to do, because there are so many decisions here that can win or lose you a race. Yeah, so we got there's about 30 laps there difference between who is pitted last and who hasn't, all right there on the lead lap. So you expect those guys from those earlier pit cycles to have to come back by the end of the race. We got over 100 laps left.
You're exactly right, and you got to remember as well, you still got 40 laps left to go in stage number 2.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Trying to break it down. Remember, stage break at lap 220.
Wesley, I forgot there was 2 stage breaks. 220 is the next stage break. So we're within 20, 30, 35 laps of that right now. Sorry, math isn't mathing right now, but this is just gonna get interesting. It has been interesting all night, and for the fans, I hope you guys are enjoying this. This is awesome.
Oh, and last night we had like a 50-lap Legends race, right? And sometimes we do like maybe 100-lap super late model, or like it's not an endurance race for short track racing. These crown jewel events, these are, because you got to pace yourself. Going out here on Nashville and going 300 laps in a super late model race, obviously, Charles, is a completely different animal than your regular Saturday night short track, and you're going a 50-lap feature around Nashville. 50 laps, you got to get it. You got to get it good. You got to grind from the green to the checker. Here, you got to kind of pace yourself. You got to work in layers, different times to go, be aggressive, would not be aggressive. And right now, I mean, hell, look at Sawalich, look at Sutton. They were on their roof. They got a fast repair, but they're right back in the game again. They're battling. Look at William Sawalich around Phillips now for second spot.
Unbelievable. And that's, once again, trying to work that top line, but the bottom line, prevails. Short track racing, bottom line's always the way to go. But I was rooting for that top line, but obviously maybe that top line's falling apart. There's not enough guys up there. As we see some brake glow from the 62, looks like these guys are working on a little bit more brake bias up front, but we'll see how that plays out as we go through the night. Like you said, man, you watch, right? You go to your local track. The super late models usually run like maybe an 80 to 100 lap event on average, but this is a 300. So this is a very special event for them, and you got to set this car up for 300 laps versus your normal average super late model race. This is almost like Daytona, is what I'm trying to say.
To the final 100 laps of this one. But you're right, though. I mean, it is an endurance race. It's like the Daytona 500, and obviously this is one of the crown jewels. Hey, by the way, speaking of upcoming events, check it out on the bottom right of your monitor, joining us in the broadcast. And there it is, coming soon. Rolling Thunder iRacing Series. Join Charles and myself and Tracy Brown if he'll ever get his bike fixed. Next Saturday night, you're going to Sobo. We're going to South Boston. Sobo next Saturday. The South Carolina 400 will probably be next week or the week after. We'll get all the details on that. And don't forget, here at Nashville, late model stocks, 125 laps. There we go. That's what I was telling you about. 100 laps, not 125. It's 100 laps. At Nashville, coming up on December the 6th. And also coming soon, Mr. Engineer, please. Beautiful graphic work done. There it is. I know it's one that Cody really takes pride in. The 3rd annual Thanksgiving Classic presented by Irvin Used Auto Parts, Southern National Motorsports Park. We were there with legends last night with Iracing Rolling Thunder Series and Charles Oberg. That'll be the big one. And that is like a 3-day show leading up to the big race coming up on that Sunday afternoon.
No, it is. And if last night's a preview of what's to come, if anybody in the broadcast got to watch that, that was absolutely epic. And what a great race. Those legends are so fun to watch. It was like a bunch of Beatles just scattering around the track trying to, find as much room as they could. And, it was a paid race, so those guys are going for it. What an amazing race. So, Turkey Derby. And you're going to get your money's worth. You tune into that one.
$100 laps to go. 200 laps completed in the 2025 Virtual All-American 400. And we're 20 laps remaining in stage 2.
Yes.
How about
We've
this?
got Sutton coming up. Yeah, Sutton's up in 4th place right now.
Yeah, Sawalich and Sutton back up in the top 5. Remember, both of those cars crashing or involved in an accident with Derek Griffith. William Sawalich has worked his way back to the lead. Phillips back to 2nd. Jake Finch holding suit in 3rd. Jake Finch, by the way, is the son of James Finch. Remember his success in NASCAR back in the day, man. James Finch.
Man, that's going back for a couple of years. Yeah, James
yes, sir.
Finch.
Yes, sir.
God.
James
I
Finch.
haven't heard that in jeez,
that's his son, Jake Finch. Dawson Sutton, Cole Butcher, the top 5.
That's when you could bring, 50, 60 cars to the track and only, 32 or something qualified, and you'd have to send the rest home. But that was the glory days of NASCAR back then. Again, my biased opinion, love to see that Toyota in 2nd place. I think George Phillips has run a great race all night. Yeah, I think he's right there, ready to steal this win. I think he's just, buying his time. I don't believe he wants to push. Well, as he's trying to make a pass on the outside, as he holds the outside, as I say, look at the run he has on the outside. Unbelievable.
On the bottom, Sawalich and Phillips, they're going to battle. Remember George Phillips, by the way.
He got it.
He won stage 1.
He did. He motored around Switch on the top side, made a top side pass for the lead. Absolutely amazing. He really did use all the motor he could. And
the young hot shoe.
Looks like he's going to send. He's gonna send it now. It looks like he's pulling away.
George Phillips, the young hot shoe. I've called many of his races from Pro Late Model Supers and more. From Charlotte, North Carolina. By the way, this year he was the ASA Stars National Tour Pepper Jack Kennels Rookie of the Year.
Oh, wow.
What a talent he is, man.
Yeah,
yes, sir. What a
great
talent.
Accolade. Yeah, I gotta say, like, thanks to iRacing and thanks to a lot of these Legends Leagues, Bandolero, now they do the LTD leagues with, the Ford LTDs, or a lot of these low budget racing leagues introduce kids at a very young age that could race basically. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's cheap, but low budget, and they can cut their teeth into racing at a very young age. Where as me, I kind of missed that ship, and we really didn't have those things. But a lot of young kids are getting into it at a great age to hone their skills.
Yeah, what a talented young man this guy is, and obviously in the virtual version here at the All-American 400, the young lion George Phillips is up in front for Toyota Gazoo Racing, the TGR development number 22. Remember, Pollard gave him a fit. I'm going to tell you something. The caution's going to come out in the next 5 laps. And I really believe that some of these guys that are hanging in the back or a lap down, they're going to see the leaders come in. The top 10, they're going to cross their fingers. Hopefully they come down to the pit lane, which I think they will, honestly. When they do, Charles, all these other guys, Derek Krause will get the free pass. Everyone else, though, is going to go for the wave around. And they're going to get right back in this battle again and put about 18 cars in the lead lap.
Yeah, Stephen Nace is the only one that really is close to the guys in front of him. He pitted on 112 also, but everybody else is, pitted back at 146, 169, 165. So those guys lap down. They don't have to come in. Maybe like I said, Stephen Nace has to, but those guys might be able to stay out and finish this race.
Final laps remaining as Phillips now has got Sawalich on his right elbow. He's right there at the left or the right rear. He'll pull to the inside. Phillips and Sawalich now battle. Final laps here in stage 2. Remember, lap 220. Coming down to the 3. Here comes Sawalich.
He's looking inside.
He's got the momentum on the bottom. He's pulling away. 1 to go. Final lap. Stage number 2.
Nice side.
Sawalich clears by Phillips. Phillips on the high side. Will he get it back? He is smothered by traffic all around all fours. Here they come. Williams, Sawalich gets around Phillips. Sutton on the inside.
They have him.
Stage 2 will go to Williams, Sawalich.
That 26 was so close to Phillips, man. Oh my God, coming across that line, it looked like the 26 or Sutton was gonna take it, but Phillips stayed strong. Well, let's see what happens now with the pit stops. That's just gonna change everything up. It's gonna get
Williams Sawalich, if you remember, him and Derek Griffith were up in the air flipping in the most recent caution at lap number 146. Before halfway, crash. Lap 220, he's the stage 2 winner. He's got a shot with 80 to go to win the All-American 400. And look at this, everybody. Look at what I told you. Didn't I call it? Here comes all the cars. And they're going to bypass the pace car. And they are going to get back on the lead lap. Look at all these guys.
My favorite time of a race, man. Guys coming down pit lane, and you hear all the air guns going, and everybody trying to beat each other off the pit lane. This is, you watch a race, you watch guys drive around in a circle, but this is the backstory of the race. Who's coming off pit road in what position, and what your pit road guys do. What your crew do to give you an advantage, man. That's such an integral part of racing, is the battle off of pit road.
You're exactly right. And as I told you, everybody in the top 10 came down to the pit lane. Everybody else in front of them. Watch the leaders. Watch the pace car. Go up in the front to the pace car, and you'll see all these guys licking their chops. And they're going to be like, okay, I'm going to take this. I'm going to get back on the lead lap. As a matter of fact, there they are.
Yeah, I'm going to say, at least like 10 or 12 guys got the lap back on that one because, like I said, they didn't. They stopped.
They got to get the one to go right about now. Next time by. Okay. Well, you see all those cars in the line? There's about, 9 of them that are going to pull and pass the pace car at one to go. And yes, the 5 of Johnny Sauter is one of them. All these drivers are a lap down or more. They're a lap down or more, and you have the opportunity to bypass the pace car on the wave around and go back to the tail end of the field. Now, they still got work to do, but they do get back on the lead lap, and I felt like there was a strategy there with all these guys. Watch it. Here we go. One to go this time by at the line is what we're being told. Here we go. There he goes. Now watch them. Here they come.
Off.
Yep, there you go. It's wave around time. Look at them all pass the pace car, and they're going to get back on the lead lap. Look at all of these great cars. Look at them. And now Sawalich and Sutton are side by side behind the pace car.
And Greg Phillips is back up there in top 3, after having a rough time at it.
10
this
cars.
is going to be amazing.
10 cars. Look at them right there, trying to rush to get to the rear of the field. 10 cars are now, as we come back to green, on the back of the tail end of the lead lap. We got a caution. Oh, we're crashing before we go back to green.
Was it a crash or was it a race control issue? Because I don't think the guys in the back.
Restart. There you go. Okay.
Yeah. The guys in the back didn't have enough time to catch up to the rest of the field. So, good call by race control to call that restart and say, hey, guys getting their lap back need to catch the field. You just can't go green and have those guys pacing passing the pace car almost immediately after it goes green.
By the way, we are in the final 100 laps of this race. 73 to go. It'll be 72 remaining when they come back to green. Now we're still under caution. Let's take a quick break. We haven't took one in a while. I'll be right back. Back here at the All-American 400, 70 laps to go when they come back to the restart zone. 230 laps completed, and now I got a feeling the fireworks are about to pick up. The C4 is lit. They're about to really get to it here in the Music City to determine who's going to be the winner of this second annual virtual iRacing Classic. So Sawalich and Sutton on the front row. Here they come. Green flag. Back underway. 70 laps remaining. Remember, the lead car takes off first. He got a great launch over everybody there, Charles. As we go back to green, it's shootout time here at the All-American.
Yeah, I want to say, that leader just always seems to shoot out of a gun at the restart there.
cars into the wall. Big trouble. My goodness, it's Casey Klein. And Klein's car in a shower of sparks. They will call for the caution. He is really badly damaged. The right front suspension toe end wheel is severed inside the front nose. Look at that right there. He can't go nowhere.
Yeah, there's definitely a toe, and
did him and Griffith get together?
Garage.
Whoa, he rode up the wall. Watch this again. Coming off 4, Fredrickson into him. Oh my goodness. Well, that'll do it. Well, that'll do it. Try to go 3 wide, by the way. Look who's peeking on the bottom from a Pollard.
Yeah, he was trying to get through there, but you got to feel bad for the one, man.
Did Griffith and the one get together? I just think Griffith just stopped. I don't know. Let's watch here again. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, a little before that.
Yeah, Derek Griffith. I'm wondering if he got a piece of it. Oh yeah. Oh shit, he hit the wall too.
Yeah, I think everybody checked up in front of him and kind of hit the wall as he was checking up. But that's unfortunate for the one. He's had a really good race and battled in the back of the field all night. But you never know what's going to happen. He could have made it up front by the end of this race. These guys have switched spots all night. George Phillips and he's the only one that has been consistent all night. Up 15 spots, stayed in the top 3, worked pit cycles. Like I said, if I was a betting man, that's my bet. It's gonna take a small miracle to beat that guy, even though he's in third right now.
Here's something to think about, though. Okay, I don't want to say that I disagree with you, but I want you to also watch. Look who's climbing. Billy Van Meter is back up there. Fredrickson, Cole Butcher, Bubba Pollard, even Steven Nassy, drivers that were strong in the first stage, used a different type of strategy in stage 2, and now with closing in on under 70 or 65 to go, they are back up in the front. As I always say, you're in it to win it, and these guys are. Sawalich, Dutton, Reddy, Sutton, bring him back to green.
No, you're absolutely right, man. Guys that have been very quiet have made it right back up to the mix. So it is anybody's race. We don't know what's going to happen till the end of the race. So guys that have been quiet could steal it from guys like Phillips and Swalich, guys that have dominated almost the whole race. So we're gonna have to stay tuned here because we don't know what's gonna happen to the end. I put my money on Phillips, but there might be 100 other guys that put their money on somebody else.
Yeah, so a long way to go. We're watching all this transpire.
Yeah, I mean, these guys still got I imagine with the pit stops they came in for, with the stage breaks or whatever, they're still sitting on a good few sets of tires, at least. I want to say 4 sets of tires for most of these guys.
Oh yeah.
So we could see another set of green flag pit stops to make it to the end and get some fresh rubber. But right now, I believe they could all make it on gas with our last stage break. What do you think, Wesley? I think you said like 100 laps.
I think you're right. I think you're right. I think we're just kind of, watching the strategy. I think there's a lot of different strategies that have now come to full circle because of the most recent cautions and, who can stretch it. Is it really tires to win this race, or is it fuel consumption, trying to stay out and run as many laps as you can. And right now we're seeing William Sawalich take this thing to the front. Remember, this guy was on his lid, crashing on lap 146 with Derek Griffin from Hudson, New Hampshire. William Sawalich from Charlotte was out of it. And now William Sawalich is up in front, leading this thing.
Absolutely amazing.
I mean,
how can you flip it? You know, you got to give it up to you know, the tow crew and his pit guys or whatever to get that car back on track, because you know if that ever happened, that's the end of your day. But in the virtual world, at least you get a fast repair, and you get to have a second chance, because in the virtual world things kind of do happen out of nature. So good for him to get a fast repair, get back on the track, and he's using the best of it right now.
Working their way to 50 laps to go. William Sawalich, by the way, full-time driver now with the NASCAR Xfinity Series, or what will now be known as the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts. Yeah, the NASCAR O'Reilly Parts Series because obviously Xfinity's not returning. He ran in the Truck Series. He drives the number 18 GR Supra for Joe Gibbs Racing, and obviously now doing well in his super late model car that he normally drives for Kevin Harvick Incorporated. That's the car he's driving right now. That's the car that you've seen Ross Chastain drive a couple of times in. Kevin Harvick himself, Mr. Happy, and his son Keelan.
Yeah, Keelan drove that car a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Keelan, did Keelan not drive that car a couple, like a month ago against his father?
But he's not, yeah. Well, he drove the pro late model portion of it.
Oh, all right, yeah, the pro, yeah. So it wasn't the super late model. That was a great race. Oh my God, that was so fun.
Arby's, we have the meats.
Guys, I appreciate you guys hanging with us and watching the end of this race with us, and I hope you guys are having a good time. I unfortunately tonight I don't have the broadcast, the YouTube comments up, but usually I'll give you guys a bunch of shout outs, and the
last one said I sucked.
Well, hey,
The comment was I sucked. It was Mullet Motorsports, aka what's his face, Colin something.
Grimson.
Colin Grissom.
Hey, man. Hey, you were up to some stiff competition tonight, man. Don't get down on yourself for that one, bro. You were trying to get to the front. I know that, man. And God bless you, dude, because sometimes you just gotta drive through these guys to get there, man. You did a good job. Like I said, subscribe, like, and comment on all these elevated broadcasts. I'm gonna give you guys a shout out. I'm gonna, I'll recognize that you guys are here watching with us. We appreciate you guys. This is all about the fans, not about us. It's about you. We want to entertain, so please, like I said, subscribe, share, and like, and we'll get your name noticed, man.
Yeah, we certainly do want to acknowledge them and tell them thank you.
Absolutely, man. This sport has always been about the fans, and also the drivers. You start building names around local race tracks, and these local drivers become legends. And at Stafford Speedway, Kobe is a modified driver up there, and they ran the SRX series.
Doug Kobe?
Yeah, Doug Kobe, and they ran the SRX series, and the announcers come across said, Mario, or not Mario. What's his son's name? You just passed Doug Kobe for the lead, and I'm like, oh my god, like this is insane. Like you're watching greatness.
You do know that I was one of the announcers for SRX. Did you know that, right?
Oh, come on, with
the
Ray
Superstar Racing
Abraham
Experience.
and
Yes, sir.
No way. Were you at
Yes,
Stafford?
sir. I believe I was at Stafford for 1 year. Not the first time when Doug Colby won it, because that was the first ever race that ever happened.
That was the first one, yeah. So I actually got a good
the year. Do you remember the year when they were scheduled to run at Thunder Road and the flooding moved it to Stafford for 2 weeks in a row?
Yep.
I went to those.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. So I missed the first one and went to the second. But I met Joey Logano and Dana Kirkpatrick were up in the booth too, and I thought that was pretty neat because I was kind of sitting in the aisle up to the broadcasting booth, and that was a trip, man, to see Logano, because he started here in the Northeast. I know he doesn't mention it much, but he started at Thompson in the Little T, little go-kart series they have at the Little T at Thompson. And then moved down to North Carolina and really cut his teeth. But him and Ryan Priest, they were little kids when I was watching them run. It's amazing how they grew and really cut their teeth into three-time NASCAR champion and a really good prospect in Ryan Priest coming up. I think he's going to win a couple of races next year.
Yeah, time flies by, man, for sure. And what a talent Ryan Priest was. I remember Ryan, whenever he used to drive modifieds and try to do all he could to cut his teeth in NASCAR, and now having a chance to do what he can next year. And let's catch up with the action here, though. This one's closing in on 35 remaining.
Yeah, we're give it to these guys, because we've run almost 40 or so laps, no cautions. Before the stage break, we ran like almost 20 or 30 laps, no caution. Yeah, I hate to say that, and caution broadcasters, when they call cautions, it breeds caution. So knock on wood, everybody. This is gonna finish clean.
I hope so. If not, it's your fault.
Yeah, no, I take all the blame. I take full responsibility. I called it, and if it happens, it's on me. I apologize for the team, the owner, the car, the driver.
Closing in on the finish of this one with 30 laps to go here in the 2025 Virtual All-American 400. We need to pause for station identification. After 9 cautions, we are closing in on the home stretch of this one.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
You're not going to want to miss tonight's county fair. I'm going to be...
We are your window to your community.
Did you see the last 5 minutes of that football game last night?
Oh man, I saw the whole thing.
And a lifeline to keep you safe when danger is near.
Everybody who is listening needs to take cover as soon as they can. This is one of the biggest...
We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress you depend on your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Connor, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
So glad you're joining us for the 2025 Virtual All-American 400. And it is coming down to the end with 25 laps to go. Car number 26. Trying so hard to run down William Sawalich. That is Nashville or Lebanon, Tennessee's Dawson Sutton. He was the real winner of the All-American 400 last week for the ASA Stars National Tour finale. The man out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota, is still up in front and leading the way. The 62, and time is running out. Charles Oberg, I'm Wesley Outland, Cody Deemers on Production Elevated TV. CRN coverage of the final 25 laps. Strap in to the finish of the All-American 400.
Yeah, you guys definitely want to be here to the end of this thing because this is getting wild. I'm having the best time of my life here because short track races. Like I said, I've mentioned it before. This is my life, man. And watching this, God, I can't have a better time than this.
Time running out in this one. As right now, it is Sawalich in the lead. Will he get there? Will he catch him is the question.
It looks like the top line kind of seems to have fallen off a little bit, maybe. Like the guys on the top line aren't getting the run they were halfway through the race. It looks like those guys are struggling a little bit. Like as we see, the 44 is trying to work on the 8, but he's just not able to pull it off. As the 8 is wow. As I say that, the 44 just drives by him. Okay.
And how about that right now with Sawalich closing in on 20 laps to go. Hey, we did it in the 100 lapper. We'll do it again thanks to your mama sim camps. Yeah. What is it called? Wild Flash? Yeah. Whiplash. You're about to have a whiplash as we go static camera. The finish of the All-American 400 when we come back and you feel the roar here in Nashville. Laps to go as the field roars off 4. There's the battle between Sawalich, Sutton, Butcher, and Phillips. Pinch the top 5. By the way, 2 seconds and more separate Cole Butcher to running down the leaders. And right now, William Sawalich trying to lap. He's actually lapping the 18 of Casey Roderick, who started this race on the pole, if you remember, what seems like 2 hours ago.
It has been a long race. But,
yes, sir.
I gotta say, like...
Oh, a caution! Oh, my God! This changes everything!
It really does, because I was just gonna say, like, these guys gonna work caution, lap traffic, and just... No, they do not.
I think Michael Hine crashed and lost debris on this car. I think a bumper fell. Caution out. Somebody lost a bumper in turn 1. There's debris in turn 1. That's all we're being told. I think it was Michael Hine. I could be wrong.
No,
my events on SDK is saying Michael Hine was involved in a crash. We'll see.
Well, I think the best thing to do there is sign it and give it to a fan. That's the admiral thing to do, right? A lot of fans get a lot of spare parts because guys lose stuff during the race. Yeah, so as you guys pace around, Wesley, by the time we go back to green, it's 10 laps shootout, man. Like you said before, the pace laps count, so we got 10 laps to decide this thing. Swilich is really taking control of the race, but you still got George Phillips and Sutton and Butcher. That those guys have all been right there the whole night. What do you think, man? Where's your money at?
As my daddy used to tell me as a kid growing up, the one that crosses the finish line first is your winner. I don't know who's going to win this thing. We bunch them all back up, so Wallace with a great launch with Sutton this time. Power's back on the outside. He couldn't get there, and he opens the door to the Canadian. Here comes our friend of the North from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, Canada. Here comes Cole Butcher. Oh, and by the way, George Phillips in the Toyota Gazoo Racing Driver Development 22. The young man from Charlotte. The young lion's back and forth, and he's looking on him. He's creeping.
Yeah, no, he's there, man. I'm really nervous that this guy's he's gonna power through. But the leaders right now, Swilich and Sutton and Butcher, man, they got a lot to offer him. So he's got his work cut out for him. Butcher or Swilich up 15 spots and Phillips up 14. So some of the biggest movers of the race are first and fourth.
7 laps to go. Sawalich in front over Sutton. Down the back straightaway, here comes Sutton. Will he make this move down to the inside? He will not. He has to reset. Shot fired behind him. Here comes Butcher. Here comes now Finch. Phillips and Pollard are door to door in the All-American. And Jake Finch is in the battle. It's 5 to go, this time mile 4.
I've got to tell you, too, that these top 5, they're all on the same tire strategy. Top 5 is they got the same rubber. So coming down to the 5 laps left, this is going to get real.
5/8 of a mile here at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, the home of the All-American 400, the granddaddy of them all for this track in the Music City. Now making it 4 laps to go. So Wallace is still in front, but not by much. Last week's winner for the ASA Stars National Tour finale here at Nashville. Lebanon, Tennessee, Rackley Moore, 26. Dawson Sutton is eyeing Sawalich, 3 to go at Nashville in 1.
Oh my God, here we go, man. I don't want it to end. All right, let's give these guys 50 more laps because this has been so exciting. I want to watch more of this. This is awesome, man. We're coming to the end of it. 2 laps to go. Wesley, take us to the end, man.
Everybody right now, single file. There's about 2 car lengths separate them as they work down the back straightaway. So Wallace, the Minnesota driver, continues to stay about 5 car lengths over Tennessee Sutton. And there comes the Canadian Butcher. Final lap, 1 to go. It's in the air. 1 more lap remains, presented by W Energy. Back straightaway. William Sawalich at lap 146. Close to halfway, was on his roof after a crash with Derek Griffith. He battles back. He wins the All-American 400. William Sawalich is your winner.
On his roof to first place. Absolutely epic. As we watch all the leaders come down pit lane, what a great view, great camera angle of pit lane right there. But you watch a lot of lap guys try to, they got to come back and get as many laps back as they can, even though they're scored a lap down. They don't get to pit with the leaders after the leaders win a race, so they kind of have to, make up the rest of the field.
And what a show it was. William Sawalich picking up the win. What a drive. Here is your yes, sir moment of the race on elevated TV. We used to do it with the LFRL. Take a look at the climax. I got a feeling it's this one. Look at this. He was going to be out.
3 wide. Oh,
he's springing upside down, crashing with Derek Griffith.
And he landed on all fours.
But you remember, exactly. But remember, you've got 2 fast repairs in this race. Those are called mulligans, like when you suck at golf.
But did he really need it? He landed on the roof, landed back on his tires. I don't think he needed it. The roof doesn't affect anything. He bounced back up on his tires and took off. I'm good.
He turned around and he wins the race. Look at this. The final recap of the All-American 400. Total cautions 10. 39 of 300 laps were held under caution flag conditions. So about 260 laps were green flag finally. Lead changes 14. That's brought to you by Blue Line Soft Wash. Well, guys, I'm getting off here. I'm going to watch some Sunday Night Football on NBC. A pleasure, Charles Oberg. Real quickly, though, before we let you go, here's the results of the 2025 Virtual All-American 400 presented by Braxton DeWeese Racing. And here they are on the screen. William Sawalich will pick up the win. Did you freeze? What happened? Are you there? Hello?
Still there.
Did I go offline?
Oh, so we got Dawson Sutton in 2.
Cody, are you there?
Cole Butcher
Hello?
in 3. Jake Finch in 4th. Bubba Pollard in 5th. George Phillips in 6th. Gavin Bouchard in 7th. Connor Jones in 8th. Billy Vinwater in 9th. Dustin Smith rounds out your top 10. And then we'll go right into Nicholas Nolge in 11th, Austin Terrace in 12th. Yes, sir.
We got Austin Terrace in 12th. We got Stephen Nasty in 13th. Johnny Sauter comes on 14th. Everybody here is a lap down or more from out here on back. Derek Krause, Matt Craig, Austin Nason, Paul Schaefer, Michael Hyde, and Ty Frederickson round out your top 20 with Griffin, Roderick, Summers, Steckley, Klein, Hopkins, and Colin Grissom, 227 laps down. And
what in the hell happened? I paid my internet bill, I swear. Listen, all I know is I'm talking and I'm like, Charles, are you there? Charles, are you there? Cody, are you there? Cody? All of a sudden, I look at him like pinging 5,000 MS on Discord. I'm like, well, that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, no, that's never good.
Did you do the results? Did you do the results? Okay.
Yeah, me and Cody got it. Cody, thank you very much.
I just didn't want you to think that I hauled ass and left to go watch Sunday Night Football, because that wasn't my intention. I was going to at least say a good goodbye, but no, seriously, Charles Oberg, your final take of this race, man. Pleasure having you work with me. Hopefully we'll work some more events together. Cody, you know what I think of you, my friend, and your Carolina Cool Whip. But William Sawalich, there you go. William Sawalich on his roof, battles back. Dawson Sutton, how about this? This is the guy that really won the race last week, set the track record, dominated in winning the All-American 400. And I know this is the iRacing virtual version, but damn it, man, it just shows you how close that the real drivers are really mimicked in the AI world of iRacing, the way Sutton raced, finishing second, and Cole Butcher a solid top 3. Your take of the race, bud.
No, it was absolutely a blast to call this race because, like, you're right, like Solich, Sutton, Butcher, George Phillips, those guys have cut their teeth in the real world, but I wasn't expecting it to mimic the iRacing world, and man, what a show they put on in the iRacing world. This was amazing. What a great race to call. Wayne, I appreciate you. Cody, you're a great guy, man. Thank you for the the production. I can't thank for a better league. And honestly, guys, fans, subscribe. Please follow us. Please share. we do this for you guys, not us.
By the way, don't forget Elevated TV, CRN, and LFRO Leadfoot TV coverage of the Rolling Thunder iRacing Tour. We'll be back again at Sobo next Saturday night. Charles and myself, along with Cody and Tracy, will be on the call. Hope you can join us for it. And then, of course, don't forget the next big event will be the South Carolina 400 at Myrtle Beach Speedway, the dormant closed Myrtle Beach Speedway. But, of course, that is kind of following the conjunction of the big late model race at Florence next Saturday. We'll have the dates and details on that coming soon. And don't forget about the Turkey Classic, the Thanksgiving Classic at Southern National, another one of the big marquee events, the Snowflake, the Snowball Derby, New Year's Bash, all big events along with Rolling Thunder on Elevated TV. I want to say thank you to Braxton DeWeese Racing for sponsoring the virtual All-American 400 as well as the Green Flag. Thank you also to Redline Studios, Stagger Pro Motorsports, and Elevated TV and the Community Radio Network. As always, hit Elevated TV on the world of social media and at CRN Community Radio Network on Facebook, at CRN Sports on Instagram, X, and TikTok. For Cody Deemers on the production side, for Mr. Charles Oberg joining me in the booth, this is Wesley Outland congratulating Braxton DeWeese and William Sawalich, the winners of the 2025 virtual edition of the All-American 400 from Nashville. We'll see you next year for 2026. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care. This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of Elevated Broadcasting. Elevated TV would like to thank all of our fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.